It's a vibe. Y'all got to get into it. It's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe. I love it. Y'all, welcome to the Size Up. I got the homies with me, Heather and Wendy.
Hey y'all.
We are here. We are live. We live. We live. We live. Oh, how was everybody's weekend? You have a good little weekend.
Too fast. It goes by too fast.
Yeah, I gotta go back to work tomorrow. I just we ain't got another holiday that we can take off.
The next
we
holiday
can
is
find
President's
one.
Day.
I'm always looking for one.
I would love, I wish President's Day was like a day that, we could take off.
Right?
Me working with the state, I do.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I hadn't worked for them in so long. That's the only thing I miss about the state. They took all the holidays,
Yeah.
That's the only thing I miss about that's about the only thing I miss about working for them because they took
exactly.
That's the only thing I miss about them. Okay, well, we're gonna get started here.
Hold on, keep talking.
Okay, all right. I don't know what to talk about. Well, we are we have a new president in. He's been kicking butt and taking names, signing things, trying to undo what was done.
Don't Trump did.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's what's funny is that the people who stormed the Capitol thought that they were going to be pardoned with the rest of the 140 plus people that Trump pardoned. And that didn't happen. Y'all still got to do y'all time.
Right?
I'm not caping for somebody who's not caping for me. I just would not do that. That just wasn't very smart. Exactly. They're still catching people by the day, from my understanding. The lady who got shot and killed, oh Lord, they got shot and killed at the Capitol. We've seen all these video releases from her social media pages. The lady who was the real estate agent in Texas, that was my thing. They chartered a private plane to go fly to Washington, D.C. to storm the Capitol. And of course, people been snitching.
Right.
Hey, dog, my neighbor, they went to go storm the Capitol. I need you to come pick them up. Their address is.
Right. They can be found here. I think that is the most amazing thing. And I think that what happens a lot of times is that people are just sick of it. They tired of it. They don't want to be a part of this stuff no more. No. And we don't need this in our democracy.
Period.
That's just how it is.
I still encourage those who live in Texas, who live in Georgia, who lives in Missouri. Look at them representatives and them senators that was for this, because there are some that are sitting and making decisions for the state, for the country rather, that were for this, that were a part of this. Those 14-something congressmen, women who were going to contest the election, I need y'all to take a real good look at them, because they had something to do with it. I don't care what nobody say. They had something to do with it. And a lot of them are trying to go back on this impeachment thing. Well, we don't need to impeach right now, or what good is it gonna do? Or there's no proof that he rallied those people to storm the Capitol, but your life was in danger. So when your life was in danger, you was like, okay, yeah, come on, let's do this. Impeach.
And then some of them, their life was in danger to the point they changed their mind about, objecting to Biden's
now you want to pay
accounts.
Right.
The homegirl from Georgia, she was shaking her head, disheveled and everything. And she was like, I was going to, but now I'm not. But now
But
she's not in, so the
she's trying to file impeachment charges against Biden, which is crazy.
She can go have
no, no, no,
several
no,
seats.
no,
Is what
no.
she
That's
can
not
do.
her. That's not the one I'm talking about. The one that lost
Oh,
the
you talking
Senate.
about Loeffler? No, it's
Uh huh.
another one that's a part of
Yeah.
the House of Representatives that's trying to file charges. Her hair was disheveled too. She was trying to file charges. She's trying to bring up articles of impeachment against Biden, which Biden didn't do anything. I don't
Hmm.
understand what you thought you were
They
gonna
were
do.
they were saying that his family has accepted money from China. His
What
family,
does that
not
have to do
Biden,
with
not
his
Biden,
family
but
did
family.
it? But I'm not going to. I'm not being impeached because of something my family did. Like that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make stupid sense. Um, yeah, just it's stupid. I don't know. Uh,
I guess we ready now.
all right,
We is ready. I done got it together, pulled it together today. So let's just talk, Chris.
all right. So we had death that took place this week. Um, Cloris Leachman died, and then our beloved Cicely Tyson, who passed. She was 96 years old. Very phenomenal actress. There are certain things that she was not going to do. She was not taking her clothes off on camera. She was not going to play controversial. Well, I'm not gonna say controversial roles, but the roles that she played was always uplifting Black women and playing characters of Black women who contributed something, or who were fighters, or who worked through things. The story of Miss Jane Pittman, a woman called Moses, just to name a few, or just name a couple of things that I know that she's well known for. Sounder is another one. She was a phenomenal talent, beautiful woman. Her book, As I Am, I cannot wait to read it.
Me too.
I want,
I'm
I
gonna
want,
order it.
yeah, I'm getting that book, because I definitely wanted it. She just did an interview,
The
probably about a
day
few
Yeah,
before.
days
not
before
even a
she
week
The
ago.
day
passed.
before.
Yeah.
Well, I think with
And
Gail King or with
Gail met her in
with
Harlem, at the church that she grew up in, because she did grow up in Harlem. Um, and I learned a couple of things. Cicely Tyson was not. Her plan was not to become an actress. That was not what her goal in life was to be. Um, oh, okay. She's the same age as your mom. She's a portrait of dignity and class. That's right, Jocelyn. Yes, ma'am. She was. She had gotten married at a very young age.
mm-hmm.
Um, when she got married, what happened and took place was, oh, I didn't see people were out here already. Look at God. Okay, I'm sorry. When she was married at a young age, divorced at a young age, because I don't think the marriage lasted 2 years. She had, I think, a child, her daughter, from that union. When she had the daughter from that union, it was hard for her. I don't know what her mom thought she was going to do, but her mom kicked her out the house when she went up for a role as an actress. She was like, I had to do something. I had to support my child. I don't know if she just thought she was just going to be in the house. I know
Mm-hmm.
back in those days, it was expected that, women took care of home and men went out and worked. But being a single parent, how are you going to do that?
Right.
So she did go out, and she made her debut. I cannot remember the name of the film it was that she did her first appearance. She did a phenomenal job and just kept going for it and kept going for it, and it worked for her. And that was how she used it as a means to support her baby. That's how it started, and then it just kind of took her on this journey, of the woman that we've seen. Now I do know that she was married to Miles Davis,
Mm-hmm.
as well. It's so much more that I really, really want to know, because I've always seen her as this woman of style and grace, to grace our screens. So I literally can't wait to see, to read this book. So if you
Well, I
guys,
didn't know. I didn't know she was a model for, she was first a
Yeah, she was
model.
my yeah, girl. Come on, with them cheekbones. Come on. Yes. So I just want to send condolences to her family. We champion you. We ride for you. You, Cicely Tyson. You are the queen. Let me say this. I can't take no more 2021. I can't. I really can't. I just want to let you know that right now.
I
So
said
I need,
I said they need to protect Stevie Wonder and Betty White.
let me say this. I said this a long time ago, and people was laughing at me, but I was real serious. I need Stevie and Gladys, Auntie Dion, Betty White can go over there with them too. They need to be in like a bubble. In a little,
I was gonna say you gonna bubble wrap them. What we doing?
they need to be in a bubble. I'm not even playing because I can't. I can only take so much. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to handle myself if something else happens to the rest of these. Auntie Patty. I can't. I'm gonna
Have
need
you
y'all to do
have you
something with them.
realized we lost four elderly celebrities within a week?
Yeah, yeah,
That's what happens. It just come through.
yeah. So, rest on, Queen. Rest well. Um, we applaud you. Well done. Well done. All righty.
Alrighty.
All right. We are giving shine to a young lady who actually went viral this past week for her floor exercise. She is a senior at UCLA. She's on the gymnastics team. Her name is Nia Dennis. And Missy Elliott commented on this after she saw her floor exercise. Guys, we're gonna show you guys the video of her performance. It's amazing.
Yes. Let's do this first.
Do we have the sound?
Can you hear it?
I can't. I can see, but I can't hear.
I don't know where the sound went.
And as you can see, she's tumbling and she's flipping. Boom. There it goes. A perfect 10 right there. And I'm commenting. And she's
Yeah, you be
twisting
our
and she's
commentator
going
for today.
there. And now she's doing some hip hop dances. She's jumping, doing some toe touches and toe clapping. She's stepping like she's in the sorority. Whatever. Yeah. And now she's going back to the corner and she's doing her little booty jive thing and she's doing her dance going here and there. Now she's about to get ready and do another tumble. Okay, thank you.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
Yes. She's leaning with it and rocking with it. Yes, Jocelyn, Black Excellent. She is Black Excellent, Jocelyn. And now
No,
she's representing the West Side. California, show you love. There's another tumble and a jump split up.
yes. Even her teammates got into it with her.
I
Yes.
think I think her coach was also doing it on the side. If you didn't see
Yeah.
that,
I think the whole team like rallied in. I love her.
Everybody loved her. And I
I
think that's what was great about it.
yes. Before the before this video came out, she had a Beyonce, a whole
mm-hmm,
Beyonce routine that was amazing.
mm-hmm,
It was like I think she did it off of the Homecoming
mm-hmm.
album. It was amazing. I dug it. Thank you.
Simone Biles, she commented how great she was. Of course, Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey
Yes.
commented how great she was. I mean, she was just phenomenal. I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, represent.
She's got several tweets. A lot of people are really behind her. And I just really like the way that she's um kind of revolutionized what you think about floor exercises and gymnastics and everything in colleges and stuff, because we always see the, you know, classical music and they do all this stuff and they
Yeah.
do all, and it's not relatable to people of color. But she's made it where she makes a statement every time she takes the stage. And
Mm-hmm.
I always
Mm-hmm.
love to see young people, you know, using um the stage to do what they need to do. You know, I love it. You know, I just love to see those young people doing what they need to do.
Thank you, Latasha.
Oh, you like my commentary, Natasha?
Yes, Latasha, she dug it. She dug it. She dug it.
She
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Yeah.
dipping it and doing it.
The next time we just gonna let Wendy do all the talking.
I'm for real. I was commentating and stuff. The play by play, the blow by blow.
Love it. Love it. Y'all ready for the next one?
We are ready.
Yes.
We ready.
All
All
right.
right. It's reality time.
It's
We got
reality time.
Reality. Oh, let me give me
Look,
some
and before we get started, I'm getting ready to start my timer, because
oh,
I know for some of these things we gonna be talking forever. So we
Mhm.
doing 2 minutes
per topic or total?
per topic.
Okay, okay. No, it's not the floor exercises of yesteryear. You
I
are
want to
correct.
get these up here really quick.
Yes. Various genres, and she brought a new dimension to the. Yes, Latasha, she absolutely did.
I did. I love the way she does things.
She's like the. I love. I cannot pronounce
Yes.
her name, but I love her. She's from French. She's African and French, if I'm not mistaken, and she did
Isn't she the figure skater?
The
figure skater. Yes, and she used to do those triple flips and stuff. I'd be
they
like,
was
girl,
so
I ain't
mad
got
at her when she hit
You
the
mean
stage,
triple
because they was like,
axels?
what's happening here? What's happening?" And I mean, none of your business.
right. she was black excellence, baby, for real in that.
All
Yeah.
day.
Yes.
All right, first story for reality. Let's go.
All right,
Let's
hold on.
go. Let's go.
We're gonna get this together because we doing 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes.
2 minutes
Per topic,
per
right?
topic.
Okay, 3 minutes for some, but two.
Okay.
Let's start with Bell Collector. Let
All
me
righty.
before
Bell.
y'all start. Let me drink.
So the mess started. The mess started.
I don't even know where my booklet is. I took notes.
Did you? Okay, so let's start off with who do we start off with? What's
Well,
our
all of them is a hot damn mess. Let's
I
just
said
start
let's
with
start
that.
with Tambra because she's not that impressive. So
Oh, okay. Uh
she don't really have a storyline. Let's be honest.
okay. So Tambra is still talking about
Being
having a baby
40.
and being 40, yeah. And having a family. She talked to her parents. They're really very adamant about her having a family. And she knows that's gonna be key, but her whole thing is she wants a career. She's also gonna put Letitia. Did we decide what that baby name
We
was?
decided that we were going to call her Letitia.
Letitia.
We're going to decide every episode what
Yeah.
we're going to call her. Yeah, that's what we're going to decide.
Yes, Latasha. Please tune in every Sunday. Yes, ma'am.
Every Sunday except the Sundays that we not.
Right, and we'll let y'all know ahead of time. But yeah, because we do take breaks from time to time.
Yeah.
So Letitia is trying to put together a these group of ladies so that they can put into Fair Street. And like I explained last week, Fair Street was the black, kind of like the black epitome, kind of like what Bill Street was for us here in Memphis. And then of course it got taken over, run down, businesses run out of town, that sort of thing. So what she's planning on doing is revitalizing the area. Now there are still some black businesses in that Fair Street area, but it's not the same as it was back then. And of course, back in those days, that was a necessity for us to have our own, not necessarily, you know, that was something that we had to have because we couldn't get the same treatment going elsewhere, especially down here in the South. So we had our own communities. We had, you know, our own stores and movie theaters and, you know, concert venues. We had our own doctors and lawyers and bankers. So all of that, restaurants, we had those things in many communities, and some way somehow those communities were ended up run down. So I think of Greenwood a lot when I think about that. But that's her goal. She's really, really focused on doing that, but she wants to bring these ladies together because each one of these ladies, according to her, brings something to the table. As far as
Right.
Yet to see what they bringing to the table. Some of them.
okay, some of them. This young lady, Antoinette. Antoinette is kind of breaking free from the divorce. She's getting ready to open up her own dental practice. I actually know some people that go to her down in Jackson, and they said she's really sweet, really down to earth. They enjoy her as a dentist. So she does a good job at what she does.
Okay.
But she is trying to get her dental office. I'm hoping that it's done by now since people are going to her to get services completed.
Right.
But it cost her about $500,000 to get it done. And her struggle is that she's doing this without her husband, who was also a dentist, who pretty much wanted her to them to have kids back to back and her to be home and her not to, utilize her
basically put her career on hold.
Yeah, basically. And she wasn't okay with that. So that's basically why they got a divorce. And so we've been seeing her struggle with some things. This child who got daddy issues, Latrice. Latrice is getting ready to do a boxed hair care line, which I'm proud of her for that because that's what you do when you have a business, you grow. She has her hairline. She got the salon there. She got the hair being sold in the vending machines, and you could also go online and order the hair as well. But now she's going to have edge control, shampoo, conditioner, moisturizers, that sort of thing in a box setting. So they're getting ready to work on the lunch. She got her husband, who is like 100 years old, to invest now into her business.
I can't with you. I cannot with you.
Hey, with him.
With him, good.
Yeah,
to
the both of y'all.
Her business, invest in her business, which he did not support when she first started. He wants to be in control of something, and she's like, "Hold on, bro, no, pause." She had a meeting with her publicist, who's been working with her on the project to get it off the ground. He got mad at her publicist, or got mad at her rather, for having the meeting with the publicist without him. Again, he gives me stalker vibes. I can't get behind it. I don't.
He's a man child, and I don't have time for people. First of all, let me just say, if I'm doing my business, I ain't got time to pacify you and your needs because you feel like you need to have, as the folks say, one of my friends had a brother, and when he was little, he used to tell his mama when she looked at other babies, "It's a no look day, mama." So I don't need to have a no look day with you every time I go somewhere or every time I turn around, your ass pop up because you ain't got nothing else to do with your day.
Here's my question though. Here's my question. What does he? What did he do?
He has a tree cutting business, and they make a lot of money.
So, and I find a tree to cut.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So why he's not cutting trees?
Probably because he's probably been in business. Well, that, and also typically when you're the owner of a business, if the business has been in operation for a long time, you have people that work for you. So you're not necessarily as hands-on with your job. So he's 20 years her senior, which means he's probably was already established in his business when they met. So with that being said, he probably got folk who he probably got a dispatcher service. Somebody needs trees. He got an office set up, everything. He probably doesn't have to be there as much. Just like older insurance agents. A lot of older insurance agents, when they're on the verge of retirement and they got a whole staff of office that can run their office, they're not really hands-on. You're not going to really see them a lot. So that's probably the position that he's in. He probably ain't got nothing to do. And that's the problem right there. He needs something to do.
My thing is he needs to worry about his tree cutting business. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think people that keep tabs on other people from minute to minute to minute to minute to minute to minute to minute, they do this so they will know where they have pockets of time to do their dirt.
He finna retire. He got time. Hey, Myra. He got time. He sure do.
Yeah, but I think that people who keep tabs, like, okay, what you gonna be doing? What you gonna be doing in 5 years? What you gonna be doing? So, okay, where you gonna be at? Let me see where you gonna be at. Let me just pop up. That's so that they can throw you off of the
You know
mess
that.
they do.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
So
I
you
don't
think
know.
he's snaking?
Oh
Probably.
yeah.
He seemed like one of
As
them cat
sure as his
daddies
eyes
who
is
make the
green
baby.
or yellow or whatever color his eyes are, he used to be cute when he was younger, and he's still trying to hold on to that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the other thing is he trying to make sure that she is where she needs to be, so she don't know where he is.
Okay, then.
It seemed about right.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Moving right along to Marie. Now Marie is the person that she want to be Nene so bad. It's sad. Uh, Marie, we're learning that her husband, you done broke out the fan, Lord God, that her husband is not 100% in the household. At all, period. He be stroking, that's what he be doing. So Marie and her husband, this is their second time being married, is what we learned. I thought they had just got married because she said they had only been married for 3 years. No, they had gotten married before, got divorced, and got back together. They share a 7-year-old daughter. I think he has children. We haven't really seen his kids because he's in and out of the household. Because when they got married again, he kept his house and she had her house. So
Mm.
he goes between his house and her house.
I wonder who's at that house waiting on him.
Interesting,
His other lady.
probably. The other thing is she has a son who is in college.
Who ain't worth a damn.
Oh Lord, has 3 babies that are 1 and under.
Let me just tell y'all. Cause I got two around that age, in that same age group. Let me tell you, I ain't raising no more. But first of all, I got a 3-year-old if I want to just really raise a baby. That's number one. Number two, I am not going to do the heavy lifting for you and your parenting when you can do it. It'd be different if you couldn't do it for some reason. And you could have prevented this by either, I don't know, not having sex with every damn body raw, or let me think. Let's think.
Wear a condom.
Wear a condom, or you can just go and relieve yourself and your little desires and urges up in your room somewhere. I don't care where you do, into a sock, but not into
No,
somebody.
that
We're
man
not
is
doing this. You're too old. First of all, but here's the thing: Marie is an enabler.
she is.
Because what did she say? I raised my boys. I love my boys. I did all this, my boys. But I didn't hear anything about discipline. I didn't hear anything about giving them boundaries, setting all those
No,
things.
she gave them everything.
Because
She gave them everything.
we give our
Let me
kids
tell you this.
feel
Let me
guilty.
tell you this. Let me tell you this. We
Push
can
this
tell she wasn't disciplining him because if my son would never talk to me or do the things
right.
that son did, because he know if he gets to that point, guess what? I'm about to 6 feet under.
Let me tell you
It
something.
You're gonna die. Do you understand me? Death
Ask
is
any one of
imminent.
the people that have come from my body in this house right now, if they remotely right. And let me say, I am a very benevolent dictator in my home. I love my children. They know we can joke around and everything, but I bet you won't be raising your voice. And if you put a hole in my wall, then guess what's gonna happen? I'm
Oh,
putting a
not
hole.
just one hole, 3 holes.
Yeah, I mean, and
And
because
kicked in the door.
audacity.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No.
what's up, Marley?
Hi, Marley. She just woke up.
She did.
Oh, okay.
Bless your heart, honey.
So yeah, Marie has some issues. So it gives you a better idea as to why she acts the way that she acts. Still ain't no excuse, but it gives you a kind of a window into her mind, if you will.
Okay, when at that luncheon, because like I said, I'm late watching it because now I
Mm-hmm.
just got this new ATT TV streaming service where I
Oh,
got the channels now. And so I was
I
watching
bet you
Bill
get TV one
Collective.
too. Keep
Yeah,
going.
TV One and Clio TV, girl. What? Um,
I don't know if I'm be able to go back to ATT TV, but keep going.
but well, seeing that luncheon, I'm like, did she think she's Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind with that
Maybe
outfit
she
she had
thinks
on?
see I think she's I don't know if this is what they've decided, like how they give them narratives or anything like that.
Right.
I think she has decided within herself that she is going to be the um the
The,
Nene of the show, or she's just gonna be the headliner of the show. I think that's one thing. I think the other thing is she got control issues because she ain't got no control in her real life.
No, she don't at
And
all.
so this is the only way she can stand out is by being over the top, being, all the things you don't really associate with a successful business owner. Like she's loud, she real uncouth, she's unpolished. There are a lot of things that could be good about her, but we can't see it because and she keeps screaming about her being rich. And girl,
Bang.
like, girl, ain't nobody
Buy
rich.
all the hair in your store. Because I'm rich. Let's be clear. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So this we're gonna see how this unfolds and see if poor baby can Letitia can get these girls together for this project because it's really a good project. It's really a good idea. But the problem is between Latrice and Marie for the most part. She they not feeling each other.
Yeah. And so that's going to be an issue throughout the season. But can we just talk about real quick? And so we can go on to the next one because we about 10 minutes into this.
I know we are.
I was like, yeah, okay.
We is at 14:22. But look, when Marie get her husband Essie out her business,
Oh Lord, she's an enabler too.
she gonna be all right. Essie just there for the ride, I believe, because I had problems with. Now, if you got a problem with your husband, you got a problem with your husband. If you're gonna talk to a counselor, talk to a counselor. But you do not bring a friend in to talk to your husband about y'all issues,
Relationship and situation.
mental
Mhm.
health, and all this stuff. You are not a licensed therapist. You're not a licensed
Well,
counselor.
Essie, isn't Essie her business partner?
It's her business partner, but I'm saying you're not in this realm here to deal
Okay,
with
gotcha.
Mhm.
family issues.
Yeah,
You know, and even if you were, you too close to the situation
she
to
is
be
too close to the
getting
situation.
advice. So you can't sit here and tell me that you feel like you being pimped because you own half the stuff. You own half my house, heifer. And if you do, be quiet. So, she gonna have to get that together. I do not like that as much as of an outspoken woman as I am. I believe there are boundaries that need to be set between you, your
Friends.
partner, your
Yeah,
friends, and anything like that. And there at no point in your relationships should someone else feel like they can speak for you to your significant other. And
absolutely.
that's
I
men
totally
and
agree.
women.
I
So
agree.
and that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
All right, next slide, next slide, next slide.
All right, next slide, because I don't care.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so it's drama going surrounding this, but in case for those who actually want to see, Married to Medicine is returning in March. They will be on Sunday, so it's gonna be like outro for Real Housewives of Atlanta, welcoming in Married to Medicine. Um, Let me just say, I still don't agree with how they did Mariah at all.
Mm-hmm.
Period. This is her show. That some of the cast members have alluded to the fact that it seems as though Mariah actually sold the show to Bravo, which is how they were able to push her out. I don't know how true that is.
Also, it was also, but after that, then it was also said that they didn't really know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I do know that part. So they pushed her out and put another young lady in her place. Her name is I thought they were gonna bring Lisa Nicole back full time, but no, they did not. Um, this young lady's name is hold on, I had it up. She's Indian American. Her name is Anil Saja. I think I'm pronouncing that right. She's
Okay.
married to Dr. Kiran Saja. She has a degree in computer information system. She is she's kind of took the corporate world by storm with her cosmetic and fashion industry with the global executive position. They're gonna kind of bully up on, beat up on her a little bit, and kind of say, they don't feel like she got a real job in real life. So you're gonna see a lot of that. Lisa Nicole Cloud is back. Kari Wells is also back. Who is Kari Wells? Was
There,
she
she
on the
was the
first
white
season?
lady. She was the white lady from the first season.
Okay, so they're back, and Quad has been demoted to friend to the show, which I agree with
Who is
because
that gonna be a friend?
Quad is
Quad.
also has been demoted to friend.
Why? Why is she even on
Because
there anymore?
Well, I don't know why she's still on there. I guess because she's such a staple on the show. I don't know, but I agree she needs to be somebody's friend and not a part of the main cast because you ain't got no husband no more.
Cause I'm like, you not married to medicine no more. You
Right.
ain't married.
Right. And
And
she's a little picky. I don't know. Okay, so let me tell you what this lawsuit about Mariah is real quick before we get off of this one. Um um Mariah is claiming breach of contract, breach of joint venture agreement, breach of the covenant of good faith and fair dealing, failure to prevent retaliation and harassment, unauthorized exploitation of married to medicine, the series. And it was filed, I think she filed this last week sometime. I could be wrong. It was probably earlier than that. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me see the date of this article I'm reading from.
now, while you're looking at that, I'm noticing Simone and
Mhm,
Jackie are not near one another. Is there
mhm.
They
going to
done
be
fell
a
out.
rift? Huh?
They fell out.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
when they introduced as they call her, Helvenly, to their friendship, um, there's been a lot of bad blood between them. I was noticing that Contessa front and center. I hear she on her way to Divorce City too. Um,
I think I think what took a toll on that situation was the fact that she was going to school in
In
Nashville
Nashville.
for that
In Nashville.
additional certification.
I think that was just the final straw. I think they've been having trouble since they got married because I never thought they looked like they like each other.
Oh wow. Okay.
Never got the vibe that they actually were cool. Like it seemed like they got married because it was just like the next step. When you listen to their, my thing, I ain't gonna say my gift. My gift is listening to people's love stories to really hear what you're not saying. And it sounded like they got married because they had been dating for a while, and it was just like, well, shit, what we gonna do? And so the other thing is, um, he's very mean spirited when he talks to her, even before
Yeah.
she
Mm-hmm.
to school, which is probably why she went off to school because she was just like, you know what, hell, I'm gonna just go somewhere else and spend a week away from you. Usually, when you start seeing stuff like that, uh, um, unless both people that's part of the relationship kind of agree that this is what we're gonna do. If one just all of a sudden up and move and they start to do a lot of, away from home things, this is those, building blocks to, it may be ending. I just need to see in a non-legal kind of way what it feels like to be separated. And I
Gotcha.
think it's just one of those, okay, all right, if I can do it for this long, how much longer can I do it? I can do it this long. Okay, cool. I can do it this long. But he's never struck me as someone that supported her career goals as far as um, wanting to see her in a career path. I think that once they had kids, he just kind of decided that she should stay at home. And I don't
What's wrong with these men? That's a common thread that I'm seeing
yeah,
on all
well,
these reality shows.
First of all, you need to be glad somebody wanted to have your knucklehead kids. That's number one. Number two, after that, if they've already told you I'm not planning on giving up my career to raise the kids, then get your mind around that. So whatever, and it's something I tell my folks all the time, whatever y'all agreed upon in the throes of passion when y'all first met each other, when everything's all new and shiny and smell good, you have to come back and
Just.
readjust and then also reassess
Mhm.
because sometimes it just doesn't work the same way anymore. You may have thought you're gonna stay at home, but you realize, hell, I need to go to work so I don't kill these kids. And so that may be the thing you need to do. But the thing about these men folk is that even though they can admit to they change over the years, they don't want their wives to change at all.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as a common thread on all these reality shows with the
Mhm.
husbands and the wives. When the
Yep.
women evolve and they start doing more, sometimes it seems like they're doing more than the husbands. It's a problem. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the thing. I hope, I wish them well and everything, but I just want Contessa to be quiet this season. I'm not gonna watch it. I want her to be quiet. Stop trying to talk about other folks' marriage. Stop trying to give them advice. Gonna get board certified. I was reading it's some rumors out there that says she didn't pass her boards, but I'm
Oh
not.
wow. Well, how
Oh,
was she able to have a I'm confused.
it ain't her practice.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't know. I just be reading stuff. I don't know if it's true or not. Like I said, it's been alleged that she is certain licensure that she's not able to pass. And I understand that help. That's why I'm not in law school. Because I can't get to me and the LSAT looked at each other and I walked away. So anyway, so I don't judge folk about whether they can
Well,
pass.
they can pass it or
Mm-hmm.
not. I got you. I,
But
and
you
Mariah,
need to be quiet though.
I got you. Mariah filed that lawsuit January the 6th, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I wish all them well, but I ain't gonna watch it no more. I ain't got time for it. If it's gonna be the same amount of drama that it always is, with everybody turn their nose up and OBGYNs being mad at folks for talking about sex, I ain't got time for that. So I'm move on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next slide.
Nate. Okay.
Okay. So Kenya Moore and Mark Daly are getting a divorce, and he made the announcement about their divorce the day before her 50th birthday. He has also blocked Kenya from showing Brooklyn's face on TV. So if y'all are watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta and you see she's playing with Brooklyn, but her face is blurred out, that is why. Also, Mark Daly is coming out with his own reality show. I knew it was something to this, okay?
Mm.
Reality show up in New York about running a restaurant and love. So now are you gonna show your other family? Like, what is that? Explain to me how that's going to work, Mark Daly. Um, yeah. So that
Interesting.
happened day before her birthday. Saturday actually is when he came out. Last Saturday is when he came out with that information. And then she celebrated her 50th birthday on Sunday. So this is where we are in life. Kenya Moore. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's just say it, and I don't know because I stopped watching Atlanta, but I have an issue with people who boo up just so they can get their own reality show. Like, I mean, really, is it really that hard out here for a pimp?
I guess
I mean,
so.
the only way we know who he is because I didn't know who the heck he was until he popped up with Kenya.
Or can you exactly?
Exactly. Or
Right.
unless you were living in New York and you knew about him because I think he had several restaurants
I
in New
mean,
York. I mean, I'm just
let me
saying.
say this. If I lived in New York, I don't know who owned the restaurants here in Memphis. So I
Mm-mm.
can't say that I would know who he would be in New York unless he Gordon Ramsay or somebody. I wouldn't know who he is. I'm just keeping it real. He used this platform
Mm-hmm.
to use this girl, and she was too naive because she wanted that baby.
Because Kenya just wants somebody to love her.
That's it. She wanted that baby, and so instead of seeing the signs, because I know he ain't just started cutting up and acting a fool with her after she had this baby. He been acting a fool with her for
Yeah.
longer than that, and she's been going back and forth between New York and Atlanta. He'll come down to Atlanta a couple of times, but for the most part, she was doing a lot of the traveling and going back and forth.
Heavy lifting in a relationship.
Yeah, no, no, no,
And
no.
she had ended up not doing one season after she married him. She quit the show.
Well, yeah, and yeah, she did, and I probably would have stayed off of the show, just
Hmm.
keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
But no, she came back. So
Yeah.
here we go. All right,
Okay.
next.
Next slide.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah. I saw a bit of this, and I don't even know who these people are.
that's fine. I watch these people.
And I
Oh my gosh.
don't really know who they are, but I saw a
This is
snippet.
what. Well, hold on. You might know who Safari is. Safari used to date Nicki Minaj. That was her boyfriend. He was with her all the time before they had a very public and ugly breakup. Erica Miller has been on all the Love and Hip Hops. If you didn't watch Love and Hip Hop, I understand. I watched them all.
Me too. Well,
Uh,
not all of them. I
even
just watched
even even
L.A.
LA.
and
Uh,
L.A. and Atlanta. That's the one that I watch.
well, I watched them all. So I've been watching Love and Hip Hop since it first came out with Chrissy and Jim Jones and that
Yeah,
train wreck of a situation. So I've
yeah.
been watching it since then, and I just been loyal. I want it's good to see these different takes. Well, Safari was
And,
introduced on Love and Hip Hop LA. Erica
mm-hmm,
Mena, we met Erica Mena in New York.
mm-hmm.
Um, Safari came on the show. He kind of dipped and dabbed in a couple of different situations with a couple of different women, of course, for TV. And him and Erica Mena was on another reality show on VH1, and that's where they met. And he was enamored with her at that point in juncture. Um, she got engaged to Bow Wow. They broke up. Was all kinds of mess with that. They found each other. They got married, love or whatever. They have a little girl. Safari says that if Erica wants more children, and they quote unquote, according to them, they want more kids, but he doesn't want Erica to get pregnant because she got too big.
That was the part I heard.
So he would want her to have someone to carry the baby for her, a surrogate.
Which is a really shallow thing to say.
Very shallow. Sir,
Shallow.
what happens when the
Wow.
woman carries your seed is she gets big? Okay? It happens.
I
I got
say all the time. The first time you would have brought that up would have been the last time you brought that up.
correct the
What?
mom down. I
What
done
you
pushed your
say?
baby out of me for you, and you talking
Your
about I got too big.
bad kid, and you sitting up here
Huh?
telling me
That I got too big?
that
Right.
he got too big to care. First of all, look at the shape of his
My
head.
F you. Yes, Myra. F you.
I
Yes.
mean, it'd be different if he said, I'm concerned about your health. You had a difficult time bringing the baby into the world. I'm concerned about that, and I want
Yeah,
to
it's
grow
no
the
time at
family.
all.
That. None of that. The whole thing is about appearance, dude. The only thing I know about this dude is the pictures of his penile area that
Well,
was
he's
posted,
very well endowed.
He
and
is
that's it.
really
That's
down.
the only thing that you got,
Oh, he
bruh.
has one
Whatever.
friend though. It's
Takes
really
several seasons. But wasn't he the one that was doing, they said that he did Nicki Minaj lyrics in the beginning?
so. That's where the road the water's getting murky there. Okay, because I've heard Safari rap and I'm not impressed. Um, not impressed at all. I just am not. Um, I think he has a Jamaican background or something. Nicki Minaj has like an island background or whatever. That's real cute and stuff. So he sounds a little bit better when he tries to do the island thing, but him rapping himself, no. Do I believe he wrote stuff for Nicki? Maybe. Maybe he might have wrote a line or two while you was in the studio up under her, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
believe that he actually wrote lyrics for Nicki Minaj. I don't believe that. I don't. Cause your stuff ain't impressive. So I can't believe that you did, what Nikki has come out with. I don't believe you were smart enough to come up with it. That's just my opinion.
Mhm.
Maybe he did. I don't know, but I just wouldn't. But he to me seemed like a part of her entourage. And then I found out that was her boo thing. And they had been together for a while, for a very long time. And then all of a sudden it just kind of blew up. So I don't know. And now she's with that guy, uh, who her fans despise. Um, but at any rate, I digress. This is crazy. This is really crazy because ain't no way in the world that would be the end of our
Oh
relationship.
my, that was a one and done conversation for me. Like, oh, you got too big. I don't want to have no more kids. Okay, cool. Changing the locks. That'd be me.
That's it.
That'd be
That's
me.
that's it.
We ain't gonna do that.
That's it. They
We
have a pretty volatile.
don't talk about that.
Yeah, they have a pretty volatile situation because every week, every other week, they unfollowing each other on social media and talking about that getting a divorce. I remember when he took a picture talking about I'm single now. Like, yeah, crazy stuff. So moving right along, child.
Just let you
Next.
know, the grass is not always greener. People,
Especially when
people,
it's different.
Yeah. Okay, so
Ooh, she gave me so much life.
When I say I
they
never
need
want
to
to be
stop
on
coming
Karen
for Karen.
Huger's bad side ever.
They need to stop coming for Karen. When I tell you, I do not understand why you constantly. This woman ain't thinking about you, but you. Okay, so Giselle did a little boring interview with this lady who got some type of wine. Her and Robin did this boring interview.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't even be on at the same time. That's how boring it
Right.
was. Like it wasn't like watch what happens live, and you got the Zoom meeting, and you got the multiple people in the Zoom. No, it was
Mm-hmm.
the white lady with the wine line, and
Mm-hmm.
either Giselle or Robin. And of course, she was
Right.
just blowing smoke up there behind the whole time, which just
But
really
the other thing is she didn't even know who she really don't even know who they were.
no, no,
Right.
she does not. So, oh, it's still up. Praise God. So Giselle insinuated
Are you getting some
that Karen had been stalking her and had been driving past
drink
her
this stuff?
house and posted her address on social media for people to come to her house. Now, here's the thing, Giselle. There is a directory. I'm sure we can Google you. As a matter of fact, when I was listening to, was it All About the Tea? I can't remember which one it was. I was listening to. All they did was Google your address, baby, and it came right up. You're not that important. So, of
Really
course,
not.
Karen caught wind of this. Karen had this to say. You wish you were important enough for me to drive by yours. I wish I would waste my good gas on such a non-adventure.
He
Whoop.
said, "Good gas, y'all. Good
Okay,
gas."
girl, you need to lay off the wine. Your concern should be is
Is
Jamal
the
coming by, not me. Jamal, please come get your girl. Can we say delusional?
girl that gave me life?
My life is guided. I need them to stop coming for Karen. Find somebody else to come for. They got some new girls coming into the mix. Find them. Wendy, y'all learned. Y'all, I'm sure y'all heard that Wendy stole the folks stuff. Like, go there. Try them. Try Jesus. Don't try Karen. Don't try Karen. Leave this girl alone because she's gonna come and snatch your head each and every
Right.
time.
Keep on
Right.
messing with Karen. It all started with the tax issues. They were messing with her about that. Now all of them done had their own tax issues. It was about her man not being able to perform. Now ain't none of them really got a man, and I wish what's the name quit pretending like she and dude together. And they just need to cut it out. Just find something else to do.
Please,
Leave the grand dame alone.
leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
So I know it's gonna be an all in all battle. I think the lines are gonna be drawn in the sand.
Of
There's
course.
gonna be Ashley and Karen on one side and everybody else on the other side. Candace is still not gonna let this fight go. Monique is still gonna give her a storyline.
Candace
Uh,
gonna be still
And
uh
I think they've been trying to get Monique to change her mind
I
about.
did hear that, and I need Monique not to fall into that trap because you already saw what they were going to, what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you the villain of the
Chris
show.
ain't going. The one thing about it I respect about Monique and Chris, she is not a subservient person as far as a wife is concerned. She and Chris make decisions together, and is I feel like they are the kind of people. If one of them ain't cool, then neither one of them are cool. And I
Right.
don't think Chris want this. He's still upset and hurt about what happened,
Have a baby, yeah.
baby, and I don't think she wants to deal with that. So I don't see them coming back, and I hope they wouldn't. I would like to see her on another type of reality show, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to see this. I don't wish to see, and really, honestly, this franchise can go.
Because I don't think
Yeah.
it's gonna be anything interesting unless they bring somebody in that's gonna mix it up and divert the attention off the fight. I don't see that happening at all. All right, next slide.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, so the Super Bowl, the Chiefs versus the
You're
Buccaneers.
supposed to say the big game.
I'm sorry, the big game. I ain't excited about this. Oh,
Well,
Tommy Brady done got his little situation together to where he's gonna go to the Super Bowl again. I hope Patrick Mahomes whoops him. I do. I hope Patrick Mahomes get rid of him. Uh,
Well,
and just I
maybe
hope
this will be
I
his
just
last year playing, though.
huh.
Maybe this will be Tom Brady last year playing.
It could possibly be. I wouldn't be shocked. I did hear that the weekend is doing the halftime show.
Oh, okay.
I'm not excited about that.
Woo, woo,
Did y'all
woo.
see that man's face?
Yeah,
Huh?
he looked like Mac tonight.
Well, no, I think that was for a video. I don't think
I
that's
hope it
real.
was.
That's not him for real. Okay.
I hope
Yeah,
not to
I
see
think he
him
did it
looking
for a
crazy.
video.
Oh my god. I
I
hope
don't
so.
think he would intentionally do that to himself. I'm sure Bella Hadid didn't make his mind go that crazy.
I hope not. Okay, so yeah, that they made it. Uh yeah, they made it to the Super Bowl. Next slide.
Okay. Well, we're gonna leave you up.
Oh, okay. Why are we leaving me up? Just me?
Just you.
I don't know that I like how that sounds. Okay. It's just that my face is big. It's real big, and when I see it right now, it's
You're
just I
telling
can't.
me your face is not big. You got a regular old round face like everybody else. It's no
It's
bigger,
bigger.
no smaller. Now, if
So
your face took up half the screen, then I'd be like, you know what? Back up for me.
so
You're so wrong.
this guy right here, Amanda Gorman. I did hear that Amanda Gorman is doing a poem. I think for the pregame, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
You know who beats who, Jocelyn?
Patrick Mahomes beat Tom Brady.
I do too, because you know I'm sick of Tom Brady.
I'm so sick of him. Go home, retire. Okay, so Chad Wheeler, um, plays for the Seattle. Well, he don't play for them anymore. Seattle Seahawks. So Chad and his girlfriend were in his home in a suburb of Seattle, and he has beat this woman within an inch of her life. Let me tell you why. Because she wouldn't bow to him. Now, guess what race his girlfriend is?
Well,
Don't
we
tell me
all
she black. Don't tell me she black.
She's black.
Oh
Okay.
hell
got
no.
to.
He wanted her to bow down to him. They got into an argument because of this bowing down thing, and he commenced to beating her and beat her really, really bad and strangled her and choked her till she passed out. He thought he killed her. When she came to, he said, "Oh my God, you're still alive." That's what came out this man's mouth. She ran to the bathroom, locked the door, went to go call 911. They got folk on the way. He's kicked in the door and he's still beating her butt when they get there. I didn't want to show the picture.
And we should. We gonna not gonna traumatize black people
We're
over
not.
trauma
We're
no
not
more.
gonna do that. Now of course, mental illness. Let me just say this. Mental illness is real. I believe it's a very real thing. But I'm not gonna get behind is that this man was off his meds and so he went off and beat her. I'm not accepting that. He needs to go to jail.
Yep.
Seattle has severed ties with him. I hope he does not ever play in the NFL again because let me go here. Let me remind you of a black man who got on my nerves, but was a good football player and lost his career because he had butted a girl to get him off of. And there's Chad Ochocinco,
Mm-hmm.
and she was Latino, and that was it. That was the end of his career. Your career needs to end just like Chad's. You don't need to come back to football again. I'm just putting that out there and making it known. It should not. It should be the same across the board for everybody. This young lady is probably going to be traumatized for quite some time over this incident, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So please arrest him. Keep him in jail. He don't need to be out on bail. He needs to stay right there. Do what you need to do. But yeah, he got arrested.
He can be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Don't give him any kind of not justice, but don't give him any kind of special favors or anything like that. Treat him like he a black man.
And then he won't have to ever be off his meds because y'all gonna make sure he take him while he in jail. How about that? So yeah. But this is unfortunate. And I was completely taken aback when I saw that.
Mm,
Um,
mm, mm,
yeah.
mm.
Moving right along.
Moving
Yeah.
right along.
Oh, Trey, 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 Trey.
We
So
tried.
Trey was at the NFC. I think it's the NFC championship game. This is where Kansas City won. He was in Missouri at the game. And no, she better not take him back. She better not visit him in jail. None of that. Somebody almost killed me. That's it. You ain't got but one time to try to attempt to hit me, and I'm gone.
And if
Um,
I'm not dead, you better make sure I don't
better
try
make
to kill
sure.
you.
'Cause guess what, baby? I'm coming for you, and I'm gonna make sure you never breathe again. Um, So Trey Songz was at this game with some folks, and he had a mask, but I guess he didn't have it on or up. There are conflicting stories. What I read on TMZ was that he was going back and forth with some other spectators of the game that was there. That was nowhere near him, but they were hollering up at him, and he was hollering back and forth. So security kept walking past him and asking him to put the mask on. From what I saw he was eating when they approached him.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. Um, so he had a long conversation with the cop. Um, had this long conversation. They ended up getting into a tussle. From a different angle that showed that Trey Songz threw the first punch. I don't know what the man said to him, but apparently he threw the first punch. So he
Probably
got
called him
arrested.
the N word.
Probably, ain't no telling. He got arrested and had to spend a night in jail. Court didn't open up till Monday. He got out on bail. I don't know. I'm hoping there's more to the story because right now the video evidence doesn't look very good. But he had him. He even had the police officer in a headlock, and they had to pull. It took like three or four other cops to get him off of this cop. So ain't no
I'm
telling what.
surprised he's still alive.
I am too, but if they had killed him in the middle of the game, it wouldn't have looked good. It wouldn't have been a good look for them.
Probably not a celebrity.
But yeah, so I do know this, Trey. You have had COVID-19 yourself. You have still continued to have big old large concerts in the midst of COVID. I do know that. Um, so I think it's quite irresponsible if they did actually put your mask on and you were not eating and you had it off. I'm just gonna say that and put that out there. But like I said, when they approached him, he was eating. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we will keep you informed on this story as it unfolds.
Yeah, it's wonky. So
Yeah.
hey,
Yep.
let me just say
Go
before
ahead.
you started on the actual story, I for one am glad that we did not post the video of this because again, this is another one of those black trauma situations
Yeah.
that we don't need to keep
Yeah.
perpetuating.
I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do that. I was pissed off when I saw it though.
Yeah.
So this resource cop in a Florida school slammed this young lady down on the concrete. As you see, her head is on the concrete. And she's passed out at this point because her head hit concrete. Okay? Let that sink in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's 16 years old, if I'm not mistaken. There was an incident or a fight that took place. I'm not sure exactly what her involvement was because
Right.
the details were a little wonky. But by the time this resource cop showed up, the fight was over with. One of the teachers had already contained the situation and everything was good. Then this man comes out of nowhere and slams her to the ground. And if you watch the video, you hear the students saying, "Man, what the f you doing? Why are you doing that? Why you got her like that?" They're
Yeah.
going off on the cop because it's like, dude,
You were coming in, Johnny come lately after the fact. You got all this stuff going on. And again, you're treating a young black woman like just a regular old common animal. And it doesn't, and my thing is everything with these videos, we always see it and they're like, well, y'all didn't see what happened before. There's nothing that justifies the fact that you done knocked this baby out cold just to do something. And then she wasn't even fighting you. She wasn't doing nothing to you, you know? And that sound is horrendous, y'all. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Yeah.
as a parent, just
Yeah.
as a human,
Yeah.
that was terrible.
He tried to stop her from fighting Jocelyn. According to witness accounts, and even the teacher that broke up the fight was
I
over
was
with. They had calmed her down. That it was not still going on.
it
He
was
came out of nowhere
by
and
the
slammed that girl down to the ground.
yeah.
So, and then those are the reports that I read. Now, unless somebody else got another video showing him actually breaking up the fight, then he may have a little bit more of a leg to stand on, but he still didn't have to slam her to the ground like that. And
Yeah.
she's passed out and he still handcuffed her. Like she's
Yeah.
not moving.
But the other thing I noticed, I don't know how many other officers were around, but at some point, just as another adult, you just got to step in.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
You know, you got to
Absolutely.
advocate for these kids. And I don't know. I'm sick of it. I'm
So
tired of everybody having an excuse. I'm tired of everybody being suspended and not just fired. I'm tired of there being all these different uh statements from the department. We're gonna
Right.
look into it and all this stuff. You got it on film. What
so
more do you need to see?
so
You
what
know,
happened to him? Did they fire him?
They had he's on suspension. But I think he's on leave with pay if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they took the pay aspect out of the
yeah.
equation.
And my thing is hit their pockets first. Hit the
Yeah.
pockets.
Yeah, because that's the only way you're gonna learn. If you suspend me and you ain't paying me, I'm gonna learn to listen.
Right.
Uh,
My money to stop.
yeah,
I want to be where the money resides.
right. So no,
I'm
we don't know her
sorry.
status, Jocelyn. But we do know that her parents have secured Ben Crump, who is a very prominent uh, civil rights attorney, and he's demanding this man's job. He's demanding charges be filed against him.
So
He's working to
are the
get that.
parents suing the school the school?
I think they're probably looking into that, and I would. So, and this is why I wanted to have this is why I wanted to have the show about the prison pipeline. I'm going to reach back out to our guests because we were supposed to have the show. One of these previous episodes we were supposed to have it. I'm going to reach out to her to confirm because this is a part of what we call that school to prison pipeline.
Yeah.
Source officers and the treatment of our students, they get in trouble by the droves, and this is not something that just started. They've been in the school system. They've been here.
Right.
Yeah, they get paid vacations for harming and killing us. You are correct. You are absolutely correct.
I think we need to bring on several experts now that I think about it. Maybe we need to push it a little bit further and get us a couple more experts because I'd like to talk to some administrators if I could, or former administrators. Of course, the guests that we were supposed to have. I think it's time to just have one of those really good conversations about, why it's happening, what we can do to change it, and, how do we reform these school systems so that, you know, we can get these folks out of here and learn how to de-escalate situation. Again,
Yeah.
we always talking about arresting folks and all this stuff, but we're not never hearing about them using other tactics to de-escalate a situation. Or, maybe we do need to bring in more mental health professionals so that they can have some counselors to really talk about, well, why you so angry, baby? Why you trying to
Yeah.
fight that?
Yeah.
A lot of times these kids that's fighting, it's something going on.
There's something going on. Something going on at home. Or
They
they could be bullied by the students that they done jumped on. You
They
don't
could
know
have
what
been
the
bullied.
situation is.
They could have been at home. It could have been something that triggered them, and that person knows that they have triggering words.
Yeah.
There could have been something that's happened. They're being molested. And I don't know. My sister used to work at that place where the pregnant girls used to go, and 9 times out of 10, those girls would be angry because they were they were pregnant as a result of a family member or a family friend or something like that raping them. But the thing that we would see is the angry girls that's pregnant.
Yeah.
and just, oh, well, she fast, this and that. So it's always a root cause to every child that's angry. And
Yeah.
I think
Right.
if we don't start talking about that, then we're gonna lose a lot more of them, and we're gonna keep having these officers. Another thing, I have a problem with officers like him who are in schools that are like, majority black schools, or they have the white officers that go after the little small amount of black kids at
Yeah.
school and police them. It's so many things. This is so loaded. So I just
It
want to,
is. It
yeah,
very much is. And it maybe need to be a multi-episode type
yeah.
of thing too, just in case, because I wanted her to talk about the legal aspect of it and
Hmm.
just the overall thing, but we probably do need to do a deeper dive into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next slide.
Next slide.
Andra Day is playing Billie
Oh.
Holiday in the film. We don't need RSOs in schools. They're against our black and brown kids. They are.
That's
Andra
agreed.
Day is playing Billie Holiday in a film called Billie Holiday versus the United States, or the United States versus Billie Holiday. It's coming out on Hulu on, if I'm not mistaken, February 26th. That's my baby's birthday. He won't let me forget it. Like I wasn't there. But at any rate,
You might have been missing that day.
um, but she's playing the role, and I'm excited. I saw the previews of it. It's really, really great. I can't wait to see it. It's directed by Lee Daniels. And there was some controversy around the song "Strange Fruit." And so you're gonna see all of the struggle and the turmoil that she went through for singing this song. Of course, she's Billie Holiday, so she was booked in those days,
Mm.
but and she was booked for not just black people but white crowds as well. And it was a problem because what they don't like to hear is the truth about what's going on, and that's what she was doing at that time. Was pioneering. Now Andre lost 40 pounds to play this role.
Really?
Yeah, she was
Wow.
163. She got down to 124.
Ooh.
Um,
Ooh.
but she also started smoking and drinking because she wanted to embody,
Ooh.
who Billie Holiday
Time I
was.
weighed 124 pounds, I probably was 24.
Ah, girl, you and me both. Look.
That just
No,
hurt me
you,
in
me,
my
and me too.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
okay.
yeah, she dropped that weight, but she started smoking and drinking because she said she wanted to be able to do a good job to play this role. Um, I am a fan of Lady Sings the Blues too. I loved what Diana Ross brought to that role, but
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing what Andra Day does for this. I'm excited to see her. Typically, singers, not all of them, but some of them, you find some singers that come in and they can actually act as well. Because a lot of them, as creatives, they become triple threats. They can sing, they can dance, they can act. And 9 times out of 10, they have to embody um, a certain what's the word? They have to embody a certain type of emotion, even with them singing these songs, and for these songs to be. No, she didn't do the heroin too. Oh, Myra said, did she do the heroin?
Mama said, listen, you gonna do it. Do it.
You said, go the way, girl.
Wow.
Don't just tip your foot over the cliff. Go on and jump on.
No, quit playing now. Just get on in there. Don't jump.
Oh my God. Oh no, Myra. She didn't say she did the heroin. She's gonna portray that part. You're gonna see all of that in the film from the previews that I saw. They have the guy that plays Everybody Hates Chris. I can't think of his name right now. He's gonna be in it as one of her band members. It's some other people that are gonna be some great actors and actresses. I ain't write their names down, so that's why my brain bad. I just remember his face because he was in a couple of the scenes in the previews for with her. Um,
That's right. Hair wrong.
Hair wrong.
Harold.
I feel like it's a difference between heroin and heroin.
And
You know
hair
what I'm saying? Just like crack and cocaine. I feel like if Billie Holiday was coming up in today's society, she'd be like, heroin is whack. Heron is for poor people. I am not poor.
The poor people, that's the poor people's stuff. Now, the funny thing about it is that I'm not a fan of Andrew Day.
You're
Not
I
really a fan.
love Rise Up. I
Mm-mm.
love
not. I love
Rise Up.
her.
Not really a
I
fan,
love
but I'm interested to see this come to life.
I got you. I
Yep.
love her voice, and typically, if you're not into a lot of like the old time, because she gives me old time jazz. Like I felt like this was a good role. This was a good choice for them to make for her,
Mm.
because she gives me that old time jazz feel. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
what when I hear her sing, that's what I think. I think about an Ella Fitzgerald or a Billie Holiday when I hear her
Mm-hmm.
voice. Um, so yeah, that's just kind of what I hear when I hear her. So I thought this was a perfect casting
Mm.
for this role. So I am interested in seeing it. I'm gonna definitely support it. I will be watching it on Hulu February the 26th. Y'all make sure you check it out. All right, next slide.
All
Next
right.
slide,
Next
please.
slide. Oops, I overshot. There we go.
Okay. Malcolm and Marie is another film that's coming out. I think this is coming out like around
Hmm.
Valentine's Day. Tyler Williams, that's that baby's name. He
We
got
should
the little brother.
appreciate our audience for coming in and
I love y'all because I did not write these folks' names down. All I remember was everybody hates Chris.
I
That's
got an
the only
empty
person I remember.
planner. That's what I got. An empty planner for today.
Malcolm and Marie is also coming out. If y'all are familiar with John David Washington, who is Denzel Washington's son, who
Mm.
plays the character of Ricky on Ballers, the series with The Rock and Rob Corddry. And then Zendaya is on a show called Euphoria, which
Which is a
I
good show.
it
It
is
is a good show.
on.com. And this is when I tell you that her acting, I know she can act, she's a good actress, but she's played like Disney and really, different little characters or whatever that that's cute. Oh, you a teenager, you a this, you a that. She has that role in Euphoria has really, 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 really taken her acting to the next level. So
Now, didn't she win? Or was it an Emmy for that show?
I think she won an Emmy for it. But now she and John David Washington, they are doing this movie called Malcolm and Marie, and it's kind of like spoken word poetry type of thing, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like a couple kind of going through the ups and downs or whatever, and it's really really cute. I dig it. I love poetry and whatnot, so I'm gonna watch it and support it. But the guy who created Euphoria is the director. He wrote the screenplay, and he's also the producer of this movie. There was a little bit of controversy though, because Zendaya is 24, and I think John David is like 36. So
Okay.
they were like, "Why is she playing this role? She too young. They 12 years." I'm like,
But they not going together for real, baby. They just
"They
acting.
just acting." And the other thing is,
Okay, she's 24. So oh,
they have to stay in this Disney bubble. Now she's grown and doing her own thing. Yeah, and she oh, you did.
what you be doing? Look, what was y'all doing? Now I'm nosy. Jocelyn, how long? Can you pop on for a minute? Tell us what you did. Can I send you the
How
invite?
was it to work with John David? Let's talk about that.
I know. Hold on. I'm gonna send this invite in the comments.
Right.
Now, if you got time, just hop on for a minute because we want to hear about that because we nosy.
And I get the Disney bubble thing. I
Yeah, I
totally
think
get
that's
that.
the problem too. That Disney bubble because they don't get them an opportunity to grow up. That's not reality.
And I
And
think
then when
girls
they do grow up, when they are older, they rebel. Because look at Bella Thorne. Look at
that's her,
Demi
and that was
Lovato.
her best
Look at
friend. Yeah.
look at Lindsay Lohan. When they're
Look
not
at
allowed to exactly. So
Yeah.
when you're not able to grow up and take adult roles, they're going to rebel some kind of way to say, "Look, I'm not this child, this Disney star." I think that's a curse.
Oh, Tyler. Okay. Tyler. Okay. Tyler Williams. Okay. Jocelyn, we still want to know what you did. What you
I
did.
know. I mean, if you got time, you just hop on. We still
Tyler,
know.
John, Denzel, it don't matter. Who else?
Okay.
Oh, okay. She works in the film industry in Utah.
Okay.
Girl, we all the way in Utah. We have arrived, girl. We in
First of all, how could I have not known this? Jocelyn is my passion sister.
Oh,
We've
okay,
known
okay,
each other for a while. I
okay.
don't
I'm
think
gonna
this
say
is
she
one of
all
those
the way in
things
Utah.
I've ever known.
Okay,
Y'all so silly.
okay. At any rate, we're gonna move on. Next slide.
Okay, next slide.
Just said I ain't coming out here with y'all. So,
She said, I'm not getting on the films with y'all. Y'all can go sit down somewhere.
right. So from here on out, when this bill come out, I want all my 20s in Tubman. I just want to let y'all know right now.
Especially if I'm making it rain.
I want my 20s in Tubman. Listen, Biden signed, one of the executive orders that he signed was to put back into effect the manufacturing of the $20 Harriet Tubman bill. It was introduced, I think, when Obama was leaving office,
Mm-hmm.
and Donald Trump said, "Now, dog, we ain't doing that. We can't." I can't remember what.
We gonna keep these oppression bills is what we gonna keep.
Yeah.
And be done with it.
Yeah. So it's back on the table now to make it to put Harriet on the $20 bill. And I'm for it. I want to see here. I need somebody black on the dollar bill. I'm tired of all these white dead
As
men.
many dollar bills as we spend in our community, give us some black folks.
I need a black person. We need a win. I'm just saying.
MLK penny or something.
Yeah. So I'm for this. I loved it. I thought this was awesome. So that's one of the executive orders that Biden signed with many others. Lord God, many others. All right, next slide.
Next slide.
Okay, so this has been going on for quite some time. And anybody who knows Marion and them, the little B2K boys. Only reason why I know who B2K is because my sister was like a diehard fan. She was
My
in
niece was a diehard fan.
And the one that my favorite was the J Boog one, the little dark skinned boy. He was so cute to me. I didn't like a Marion, but I liked the other little boy. I was like, that little boy right there, if I was his age, yeah, we can hang. But on a more serious note, this young man, Raz B, who is the cousin of Chris Stokes, who managed those groups that came out at that time, Omarion and Immature and all those guys. He has been telling the exact same story the whole time. He claims that allegedly, I gotta say allegedly, in case somebody watch our podcast and want to. So we ain't got no money to be practicing for the real thing.
In fact, let's just go ahead and put the disclaimer out that every story that we speak of are alleged because pretty much
alleged. Yeah.
We're gonna post that in the description later.
Okay, we would do that. But he has Myra, you're correct. He's been telling the exact same story this whole time. He is claiming that his cousin sexually abused him during the years that he managed the group. A lot of people have been coming against him, including his own group members. He kind of spazzed out during the tour because they had a reunion tour. Everybody was doing reunion tours before the pandemic. And B2K had a reunion tour. They had Ray J on the billing with his 2 songs, and and what's the other little boy's name that was on the other Love and Hip Hop? I can't think of their names right now.
Fizz,
Pretty Ricky.
Uh-uh.
All of those.
It wasn't Fizz.
Fizz is a part of the group. Fizz is a part of B2K. I think he was triggered. They were in Detroit, and according to them, and he lives overseas. I think he lives in like Japan or somewhere. But according to reports, when they were on tour, he flipped out on his girlfriend or something, and they ended up arresting him. They didn't know if he was going to come back on the tour or not. They had to do a couple of dates without him. He got out. He rejoined them on the tour. But yeah, I think there was some triggering going on behind it. They supported the absence of Raz being told, and they told me everything I need to know. Yeah. It's a machine. Now I don't know if Chris was involved in the putting together of this tour because it seemed like because at first it was B2K and Immature and Ray J and Smo Folk. So I don't remember if Chris had any involvement with the putting together of uh this last tour that they did. It seemed like it was Fizz and what's that boy's name? The other one, the Batman. What's his name?
Mario,
Not
J
Omari.
J
The one who
Boog.
was the lead singer of Immature.
Marquise Houston.
Huh? Marcus Houston. It seemed like it was Marcus Houston, Fizz, and J Boog that put the tour together. So I don't know who else was behind the scenes. Again, I'm not sure if Chris Stokes was still managing them at that time. But they did support. Thank you, Myra. Marcus Houston. I called him Batman because that was his little nickname. I just yeah. Uh, so yeah, so we weren't. I'm not sure if Chris had an involvement in this last tour, but I think something did trigger him. According to Chris, he's not lying. Raspy wants him to detective test. Of course, Chris is refusing. So it's going back and forth over this. It's gotten so bad that Raspy did an interview on Fox Soul with Claudia Jordan recently, and Fox Soul pulled the interview because Chris Stokes did a cease and desist against the station. So I don't think they're gonna do a cease and desist with us because we not gonna have Raspy on. Uh, and we're a smaller entity. We're gonna grow, but we ain't got no cease and desist yet. So knock on wood. I think this is real wood I'm sitting at. But yeah, I want this man to admit what he did if he did it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and get his baby close so he can move on. Cause it's torn his life completely apart. Completely apart. And I've seen him deteriorate over the years, and it's been crazy. Hey, Chris. So I definitely need them. And then this is his family member. That's the other thing. This is what's really crazy. This is his cousin. You know, I need parents too. Let me tell you something. If you got a talented child, I know somebody got to work and bring home the bacon or whatever.
Mm.
I need parents to start going on tours with their kids. This is crazy. These little kids are messed up. Bow Wow, Poa Leah got did in for the blood of Jesus Christ of Latter Day Saints.
Hell, Usher got done in too. He got exposed to too
It
much.
was exposed to some stuff. Parents, I need y'all to be right there with your kids. I really do.
I'm not putting that up.
Oh, I
I'm
was
not.
waiting on you to say, nah, dog, I ain't doing that.
Nope. Nope.
So,
Nope.
so yeah, I want some resolve to Deborah ain't coming on your tools because you grown.
You 785 years old. We talking about babies.
Because you is grown. I'm talking about cheering. I'm talking about under 18 and even an 18-year-old.
Say up to about 22.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah. All right. Next slide.
Right. Yep. Overshooting.
Okay, so I did not know who this Danny Lay girl was until
Oh, you know I never know who they are, but go ahead.
I didn't know who she was until I saw this, and this took social media by storm. So if you look at this young lady, she's a lighter complected young lady who just so happened to be of Latino descent. Let me go there. She's dating this rapper called The Baby. I do know who he is due to my child.
Right.
Know who he is.
Mhm.
This is his baby's mom. She's a darker complected young lady, beautiful girl. She is the mother of his child. Okay. He was with her for quite some time. They had a full-on relationship. And from my understanding, he's been going back between the baby mama and Danny Lay. I think I'm pronouncing her name right. So last week, this girl is getting her hair done or doing something, and she's previewing a song that she has recorded called Yellow Bone, saying that he wants to be with Yellow Bone. That's what he likes. He likes the Yellow Bone over here, so he with me. Girl, girl. Really?
I'm not posting that either.
Oh no, we're not post. I'm not posting that video.
No, no, I'm talking about these comments. I'm just gonna
Oh, you
say
ain't
all
posting
these comments today.
this. So Danny um was doubling down saying, "Well, I'm light skinned. Like if you know y'all have songs about your melanin and you being dark skinned and uplifting dark skinned women, why can't I write a song about being yellow bone?"
Mm.
So here's the thing, because I think they talked about this a little bit on the reel about the difference between being a black Latino and a
Any
white.
types of dudes, yes. She ain't black though.
Right. She's not a black Latino. Latina. Hispanic.
Latina, that's fine. We can do Latina. She did Dumb and Insecure. Is that a song? Or you just saying she's dumb and insecure? I'm confused.
She did Dumb and Insecure. That I think this was a needing some, I don't know.
Okay.
But
Maybe
anyway,
it was a song. Again, I had never heard of her. I didn't know who she was.
yeah, yeah. I think I've heard of some songs, but like
Oh, she is dumb and insecure.
Dumb and Insecure.
Thank you,
Okay,
Ira, because I was like, who did?
we
What
was gonna get it together. We were gonna figure it out. That's what
Is
we're
that
gonna
the
do.
one said flued out?
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I think so. Several things. I think that a lot of times when these young folks are dealing with these whatever he is, um, of color, they start to feel like they are color adjacent and that they can say several things or certain things. While we acknowledge and understand that in the Latino community, that colorism is also a
That's
thing,
a bigger thing,
Mm-hmm.
even bigger thing
also
than the
know that you don't make songs about being, you know, yellow bone.
yeah,
That is so, you know,
Mm-hmm.
crazy. So
Right.
this is what I believe. Cause she's dumb and insecure. I do believe that because he's been going back between the two of them. So
mhm.
he's been a typical Jody in essence. Probably use a car to go do that. I mean, he probably got his own car, but still, he's exhibited Jody like
Behavior.
characteristics. So
Right.
I think the song was aimed toward the baby mama because they've been going back and forth on social media fighting over this guy. However, everybody want to be black, but don't want to be black. That's correct. However, that was about the baby mama. I still have a problem with the song. It's problematic. And what she should have did was just kept her beef between her and the baby mama on social media. She shouldn't have made a song about it.
Mm-hmm.
So she came
Right.
back and apologized finally after everybody was like, nah, girl, we finna cancel you. So she came back and apologized, but her apology really wasn't an apology. It was like, well, I'm sorry for those who I've offended, but every time you say a but behind your apology, I don't
You just
believe you.
negated the whole apology.
Like, just say I messed up. I'm not gonna put the song out, and that's that on that. We gotta stop accepting these things. And let me say this man right here is not absolved of anything because you playing these sisters back to back. That's wrong. That's
Mm-hmm.
dirty.
That's
Right.
You can't keep
yeah.
doing that. And just because she your baby mama don't mean you got claims to what's in between her legs. You
Right.
can't just be going back and forth. And sisters, stop allowing the guys to do it.
But the other thing is, okay, I think you just said this, but this beef thing, why would I be beefing with your baby mama? You know, why do I want to have something to do with whatever you got going on with you know, your baby mama? That ain't got nothing to do with me. And then if
Mm-hmm.
we end up in a situation where you going back and forth, then I need to be really introspective and understand why am I okay with you going back and forth like we're sister wives And it'd be different if it was just we just casually doing whatever, but leave your baby mama name out of my house if you just gonna come over, we doing the stuffs.
Yep.
What
Yep.
was it? Who was it for Mayweather's daughter who beat up her boyfriend, baby mama, or something like that?
Okay. Yeah.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah. Okay. We can do allegedly. She stabbed that girl for real. Um. She stabbed a girl in the hand or something like that. This is before she became pregnant because she
Let me get on this one. Let me talk about this one right here. See, if you used a condom, you wouldn't have to worry about a
period. Period poop. And stayed on birth control.
And just gone. If you ain't planning on having no children, young men, they have a procedure that's called a vasectomy. You know what it does? It stops the sperm from traveling. And then you ain't got to worry about it. And you know what? It's even easier to reverse a vasectomy than it is a tubal ligation. And there you go.
There you go. The stuffs. Oh, pull out method equals prayer. It sure do, child.
And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yes, it is. All right. So yeah, so we gonna move on because the next story has something to do with this because it resurfaced.
All right, next.
Yeah. It severs the vast friends. Okay. So Rick Ross, in light of this colorism situation that came out, somebody posted a video that we're going to show in just a second of Rick Ross. So there was a show on VH1 called Signed. I think that's what it was called. Where artists, of course, competed so they can get signed. And of course, Rick Ross had Maybach Music or Maybach Music, whatever you want to call it. I say Maybach, but okay, that's fine.
But the lady on the thing say Maybach Music, so that's what I be listening to.
That's like because they were saying Maybach, and I was like, no, Maybach.
I mean, they may call the car a Maybach, but it's Maybach Music.
It's Maybach Music. So, so with that, Rick Ross, The Dream, and some other guy who had something to do with what's the name of it? I cannot remember this man's name. Who had something to do with Rockefeller Records? They were all judges, and these two young ladies. This girl's name is Brittany, and this young lady's name is God darn it, I forgot. They're gonna say it on the video when you see it. But if you can see clearly, this girl is light skinned. She was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Erica Mena and somebody else jumped her. But she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It wasn't Dame Dash. This guy I had never seen before in my life, but he had something to do with Rockefeller Records. But it wasn't Dame. And then this young lady right here, she's darker complected. Brittany B, I think is her name. You're gonna see it. I'm gonna let y'all see, but y'all can clearly see she light skinned, and this young lady is dark skinned. So have it roll the clip.
You said roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Let me see if I can get it going for you.
Okay.
Could I get a 6-1 cigar, please?
Can I get a sweet tea?
I got a fine cigar over here to the side.
Can y'all hear it?
Just bring it. You got me for the whole night. Baby, we gon' get it right. Oh, yeah. I don't like no weedish. Just put me in this liquid. Oh, no. You think I'm with a boss. No worries at all. I can give you everything you need.
Is that's not Tina Marie, is it?
Meet your right.
No, girl.
What's right?
Smartest move I learned.
I knew the song Boss Vibes that I did was going to get Ross's attention because I went to his past and I redid something and I put my own little twist to it and he liked it. My whole goal of this whole competition is to be the first lady of MMG. That's what I want. I can look this good and I can get a lot of attention, but I use my valedictorian mind skills and I make sure I take care of my business. Me and another person had the same beat.
I'm really curious who has the other beat. She has the same beat. Oh, Kaya.
So y'all be able to hear
Kaya's her name.
R&B and hip hop.
Oh, shots fired.
Shots fired.
Kaya and I, we had the same beat. I wasn't trying to be mean or catty or anything. I just had to put it out there because I had to save myself.
Kaya, you better deliver, Kaya. I believe in you, Kaya.
Oh, that's the guy from Rockefeller too. I don't know his name.
Are we giving commentary while this video is being played? Because I want to know why is this dude getting his head rubbed while he talking?
Yo. That wasn't the best platform for your voice.
Nope.
You have a unique voice. And Britt did sound better than yours.
No, she didn't.
They like mine's best, so it is what it is.
Every time you present your music, you better be a superstar.
My song is original. I wrote it myself. Brittany used the same exact melody and the same ad-libs. You didn't change it. I think he was so blinded by the butt that he's not even paying attention like that.
Brittany cheated. She was kind of like a hypocrite. Even if we were supposed to be competition, I would never hate on someone.
Her doing the same melody as Maybach music and her getting put on a pedestal, that's crazy. I don't want to be petty, but like she just thinks it's the Britney show. That's music business for me.
All right, we can end it. It's the end anyway. Okay. All right. So the name of the show was signed. Okay, we ain't got to her late. The name of the show is signed. The girl's name is just Brittany, and then the other young lady's name is Kaya. Kaya can blow. Kaya did a phenomenal job. Just Brittany?
So Just Brittany, to be clear, is the lighter skinned one.
It's the lighter skinned one.
Okay. Who, hey, I don't know what happened there. Sound like she was giving a Easter speech. I'm not sure. But the other one by the name of Kaya is her name?
Yeah.
Kaya?
Okay.
Had like, a voice.
She can sing.
I am very much offended by everyone in the room who was like, nah, that ain't it. Sir, what are you listening to?
I questioned the dream. I questioned the guy that was a part of Rockefeller Records. All the other people were bopping their heads to this girl singing, and then Rick Ross was like, cut the music. That wasn't the best representation of your voice. Nigga, you rap.
First of all, somebody rubbing your head while we're in the middle of having a whole thing. You just so unprofessional. Let's just talk about how unprofessional these men folk are. First of all, put a shirt on, sir. You got
nobody want, because that was before your weight loss.
Can we just stop this? It makes me angry to see, and we think it's okay. Wendy.
Hold on, time out.
Wendy,
read the comments. You muted.
Yeah, you still
getting my Sunday school lessons together. I'm trying to fulfill this order, this Mary Kay order right quick.
She working. She multitasking. Chris, let her get her coins. Okay, go ahead.
Are you gonna pay me, Chris? Are you gonna update my salary? Are you what you talking about, Chris? Because if you're not, I gotta do my thing. And that's on that boo.
And that's who?
I said, and that's on that boo.
I thought you were gonna say that.
Mary had a little lane. But Wendy said she's trying to be where the money resides. Okay,
baby. And so the problem, though, is
keep going, Heather. I'm sorry.
I can't today. But yeah, I have first of all, and I understand that's the music business where they just look like they just unbothered and couldn't care less about you singing your heart out while somebody feeding them grapes and picking them up and all this stuff. But at some point, when do we get past that and start really, listening? The first thing they did was they focused in on this girl's look. She don't sound like nothing. She sound like how most folks sound when they wake up in the morning. They ain't got their voice together.
It looked like a Cabbage Patch doll. I don't know what's going on. That hair. How you going in a competition and your hair look like that?
Right. Well, I'm looking at, she's both of them are beautiful young ladies.
They are.
But I just won't. No. Okay. Next slide.
That's right. Because it's a problem. It's problematic. And
Yeah.
I've had problems with, I like Rick Ross music, but
Mm-hmm.
I've had problems with some of the comments that he have made in the past as far as when it comes to women and, you know, why he wouldn't sign a woman to his label because he feel like he gonna want to sleep with her. Does that mean they gonna want to sleep
That
with you?
means you have a self-control issue, sir.
Like, sir, come on now. So I've had problems with some of the things that he said in the past, and it doesn't make sense. And then for the Dream, who's a music producer who can sing, to co-sign on that bull crap, was out of order, completely and totally out of order. And let me say this: y'all can do image consulting for that girl and get her image to wherever y'all want it to be. The truth of the matter is that the girl needs to know how to sing, and just Britney cannot sing. It's hard.
Yeah.
Period.
Mm-mm.
Period. Period. Okay. Next slide.
Okay.
Next slide, please.
Okay, y'all. So this one right here gets me. Okay. This young lady right here, her name is Jennifer Woodley. She was arrested Thursday, charged with 3 felonies. Okay. Jennifer was a former Make-A-Wish Iowa CEO. Let me tell you what she did.
Oh, Lord.
After 2 months of taking on her position, she awarded herself a $10,000 bonus. Okay. This happened in October 2019. Also on the company credit card, she had 84 unauthorized purchases on the organization's card, totaling $23,000 over a 10-month span. She took this position on because both of her daughters had cancer of some form. Maybe one had leukemia or something. And they put them up. They, like, one of the little girls with Make-A-Wish wanted to go to Disney World. So they put them up in nice accommodations at Disney World. They probably stayed, you know, like in Epcot Center or somewhere. You know, they put them up. It was really, really nice. So she was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to join this organization. So she worked her way up to CEO. And they got her. They got her. Typically, when you have a situation of fraud in this case, they want to bring federal charges against you. It's not federal until it's over $10,000. So the $10,000 bonus, and they're going to let you hang yourself, because I've seen this happen with the state of Tennessee.
Yep.
We've had some former coworkers that no longer work for the state of Tennessee that they knew what they were doing, and they let them rack up, and lo and damn behold, they walking them on out the door. And we like, well, what happened? We had one guy that worked for the state that had set up dummy cases for Families First and food stamps, and he had set up all these dummy cases and had a baby mama who stuff was going in her name. I'm talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. He didn't even come to work the next day. When he found out, somebody must have tipped him off, because he did not show up to work that next day. And they was all
it was a married couple that did that too. I think it was after you left.
It had to be after I left.
It was a married couple that did. I think they were both African. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but the husband ended up going to jail, and the wife, she left and went to California.
I would have left too, child, because I can't. I'm too cute to go to jail. So yeah. So Jennifer. That's all I got to say is Jennifer. All right. Any comments on?
No, I'm glad she got caught.
You know, I'm just gonna say that privilege right there. Folks probably didn't know what she was doing, but they just decided to look away from it. But
they stole from a nonprofit organization. That's really crazy.
And that's why I don't like giving to nonprofit organizations. Not to a lot of them. Like, I don't like to give to Red Cross, because not 100% of money that I'm giving is going to that cause. Really, is going to the pocket of the people that is running it.
So let me say this. I don't think it's necessarily that. So let me back up, because what people don't understand is there are people who work for the nonprofit organizations too. They got to pay them. Okay. They got to pay them. So they have administrative costs that go along with that. Yeah, we found out that with the Red Cross, all the money's not going because they got people that got to work. They got to be out there passing out the blankets, or they got to be in the office making sure that the checks get out to the people and the families. They got to make sure they put the people up. They have to pay for administrative costs that go along with it. Now, this situation right here is totally different from just the overall, the way a nonprofit organization works. And this is just me speaking from nonprofit experience. Those donations that those people are asking for, they're probably begging, but in order for them to put out and do the things in the community that they need to do, they got to pay the people that work for them. I work for the food bank. My mom has a nonprofit organization. It ain't just, it's the money going straight to the fucking community. What about the people that's running the organization? So, yeah, in this situation, no, I get you. I feel you. Because if somebody going to put that money directly in their pocket, then I'm need you not to do that. And it's good that the organization did what they needed to do to make sure she never is able to work in this capacity again. Her husband is a coach at one of the colleges in South Carolina, North Carolina, too. Football or basketball coach. I can't remember which one, but it's for a college in one of the Carolinas. But that's where they caught her and arrested her, because she went back home. Because I think the jig was up for her when she went back home. All right, next slide. Okay, so
go ahead, Heather. Go ahead.
So
go ahead, Heather.
Yeah, one thing I can't stand is somebody that pretends like they don't know. You know, someone once told me when I was in a position, an official position, that there are times when you make sure that you make everyone aware, and then there are other times when you do what you want to do and then you ask for forgiveness later. And so I'm very clear on when people are doing what they want to do and then ask for forgiveness on the back end. Now, we saw this particular situation that had transpired upon the View, where I was very concerned and asking questions like, I did not know women could be Masons. And now I am not a part or affiliated with any part of the Masons. I'm not in any of these organizations, but I do represent a sorority, an NPHC sorority, a D9 sorority. And typically, as people know, if you are not a member of an organization, you do not wear their paraphernalia. It's just simple. It's just one of those simple respect things. I don't know nothing about being in any other organization. I'm not going to wear their things. I don't know anything about being Catholic, so why would I have rosary beads? You know, stuff like that. Yeah. I just have an issue with people like Whoopi Goldberg, who've been Black a long time and lived in this world, and she's an actress, which means that she knows about a lot of those different organizations, different societies, things like that, even if she pretends like she doesn't. And then says, and she wears this, and when she gets the everybody on Twitter, like Twitter ate her up sideways. Because they wanted to know who gave you that, where you get it from, and why are you wearing it, and what is the reasoning behind it. And I posted it, and then someone sent me a thing and said, well, this is why she wore it, so I updated it. And then
they said that she wore it.
So this was the reason that they gave as to why she wore it.
Right.
They said that her brother was a member of the organization and he passed, and so she wore it to honor her brother. So I thought, well, okay,
that's not what she said on the View.
That ain't what she said on the View. That's what she's saying. That's what she said. That was the reason that was given online. That's not what came out of Whoopi's mouth. But I was like, well, if this is true, I can kind of understand maybe her ignorant
people those types of special privileges. I've never known anyone to get a special privilege.
No, not to wear the paraphernalia. But I was saying, just if she was ignorant to the fact, then I heard that the lodge that her brother was a Mason with gave her permission to wear the sweater. That's what I heard. So I was like, they gave her permission. That don't sound right. But if they did it, then y'all need to be reading.
It ain't got nothing to do with us, right? Yeah. But
So,
that's what I say. In this day and age, I don't know. It's like, so here. This is the other thing. And I'm gonna play the video in a minute.
okay.
Here's the other thing. We know exactly who Shriners are and what Shriners are. And you don't never see nobody mistakenly wearing the little Shriner fez. Like, oh, I didn't know, I just bought one. I thought it'd be cute.
No.
We know this. We've seen them everywhere. It's been part of the fabric of who we are as, especially Americans, Black Americans, everybody Americans. Right. Everybody know who they are. So the fact that she tries to say, I don't know what this symbol stands for. I didn't know what it was. It was just cute. I bought it online. La da da. I'm not here for it, but here go the video. Y'all make your own decisions on this, but I'm not. I'm still. I don't like it.
Well, hello and welcome to The View. Before we get into the show, let me apologize. Yesterday I wore a sweater that apparently upset a lot of people. That was not my intention. I simply bought a sweater from the internet and I will never wear it again. And that's all I can say. I still don't know what the connotations are or why people are upset, but I heard you and I'm not going to wear it again. Okay? That's that.
Well, whoopee.
Girl. I said, whoopee. Girl, you in trouble.
Yeah.
And look, after Ren passed, I was driving his car. And Ren is a Kappa. And so on his car keys, it was one of those key holders or badge holders. And it was Kappa. And I didn't take the keys off of it because they were still his car keys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, and I would walk around with it. And my son's godfather is Kappa. He was like, you ain't supposed to be walking around with it. It's like, I'm sorry, they were Ren keys, so I will put it up. I'm sorry, So I'm like, come on, Whoopi, come on.
And that's what I'm saying. She got enough people in her ear that could have told her whatever. Like with you and your husband, you can put his stuff in a display case and display it in your house and stuff like that. But everybody, these folks,
his brother then took all his Kappa stuff. Oh. And I told one of Ren's Kappa brothers, look, because Ren was very adamant about his brother trying to be a Kappa when he's not a Kappa. And he then took all his Kappa stuff from his mom's room. When he was living with his mom, he had all his Kappa stuff there. And I was supposed to get it. And I just had so much stuff to do. And when I got over there and it was all gone, I was like, what? And
so his brother basically Lil Boosie.
Well, I put in a box somewhere and not trying to wear it because the people don't get it.
And then he got mad. His brother got mad at me because I was giving his line brothers some Kappa paraphernalia that Ren had. Don't get mad at me. You're not a Kappa. Yeah. He would have wanted his brothers to have some of this stuff.
Yeah. So there's a protocol for each organization. I don't know how it works for our organizations, but there is protocol as to what you're supposed to do with the stuff if somebody passes.
So here's my other question: Is Sunny Hostin like a part of the panel?
AKA.
Why she ain't say nothing to Whoopi? Like, girl, why you wearing it?
Because they probably scared to say something to Whoopi. They might get fired.
Is she in charge? In charge like that?
Well, I mean, she the head person. She the one that has the seniority of everybody between her and Joy.
But yeah, Sonny should have said something like on break. Oh, girl, you need to take that off.
Let's say she did, and let's say we know the way that Whoopi is, because Whoopi don't have eyebrows, nor does she own a bra. We know that she don't care.
Oh! Oh my God, I'm sorry. Oh my Jesus. I wasn't ready. She don't. She really
I know, but you have to say
her eyebrows because she said she don't like the way they look and they be itchy. And she refuses to wear a bra ever in life. And trust me, because of the pandemic, I am so anti-bra most days. but I just, like I still
Sometimes you
own.
need that support, though.
Yeah, because I like
want to see
Cause
them
they
thrive.
hang low. I know.
sometimes
I'm
you
like,
just
I'm trying to figure out how to do exercises to perk mine up because I don't
But
wear
you know
bras.
what? Her
want to
clothes are like super baggy.
be
But I didn't realize she just don't wear a bra. Period. Like when you at the house, I'm with it. But
no. If you ever watch, everything she wears is big. They had a whole like interview with her, and she was like, "She don't do bras. That's weird. I don't like the way it feel. I'm of a certain age. I ain't got to. Like she don't care."
oh, okay.
I mean, that's what you do, and hey, let your sisters hang out. I'm just saying, sometimes I just like the way the girls look when you like pull them together in the same continent, and let them.
Got
Sometimes,
one over here and one over there.
sometimes they be over here, they having their own conversation. Sometimes they need to meet and just hold hands and kiss,
Just
and that's
together. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next slide. Whew. I done hollered today. These memes, y'all have gone out of control. I feel like some of y'all ain't got no job in real life. But as a result of these memes and the meetings and stuff that was up, he raised $1.8 million for charity for Vermont, which was amazing. The lady who made his meetings, who is a teacher, she said, "Listen, ain't no more meetings, dog." She sold out. It was really good, and I keep seeing memes. Y'all keep coming up with, and we talked about them last week. They are hilarious. I wish Bernie could have done this to help with our little, stimulus situation. Right?
Can you raise some money for the stimulus?
Can you raise some money for the stimulus since they claim they ain't got the money? But this was, let me say this: Bernie had no clue or forgot that it was inauguration day. He went to the Capitol to just go get some mail, and
he said it was not on my agenda.
It was not on my agenda to be here today. He said, "Oh, what's going on? Why are these people up here?" Sir, today is the inauguration. Oh, okay. Well, give me my mask. Let me go take my seat.
Right.
Oh my God.
That
right.
is so hilarious.
Old people don't need to
that he's helping to that he has good spirit about it, and he's helped the local charity to raise money. And honey, them shirts were sold out so quick. I was trying to order one. It was gone.
Yeah, it was gone. So it sold out in like a weekend. So they put it out Thursday. By Friday they were sold out. They loaded up for stuff. By Sunday it was completely sold out. I don't know if they're gonna re-up on it. I kind of want 1 or 2 or 3 or 5. I don't know. I have to see, because that was hilarious to me. It was just really funny. Y'all have put Bernie everywhere, and I do mean everywhere.
Everywhere.
They put him in Prince's tub.
The Where is Waldo ones, because they're like about 3 different Where is
Yes.
Waldo ones that's out there, and I've enjoyed it. I think we needed the lightheartedness to kind of bring us all together. So Bernie do his job.
Does his job.
Bernie
All right.
is funny.
Next slide.
He's funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Okay.
Listen, y'all, we're gonna spend not a long time on this.
Not a long time on this.
On video.
Not a long time, because we got some stuff we got to talk about. Compatibility. So Wendy Williams, I understand a lot more about her. I knew a lot of this stuff that was going on and taking place. I did not know that Total was gonna bum rush her at the studio. I had no clue. That was hilarious.
Like they going to their concert.
Oh, they was gonna bum rush her. She is still very hurt by her husband and what he did to her.
Yeah, it's still up there, but she's just like
it's
done.
still there. I'm glad that she had the courage to walk away, because that takes courage. Because you can't continue to be in a situation where somebody's constantly doing the most and
then constantly blaming you.
Yeah,
you're doing the most.
He treated her like, she was in the wrong when you ain't had no whole nother baby with this girl.
A whole human.
A whole nother baby. And the girl coming to my house taking pictures of my house in the car that you done bought for her with my money. I I would have jumped out that house and that baby.
That would have been that on that.
It would have
Woo!
been an Angela Bassett on Waiting to Exhale situation in front of that house where she had did Kevin and Wendy Forever. It would have been a burnt up car.
So let me say this. Wendy did get that car towed. I do know that. That car got towed. When they divorce happened, it took place. Wendy's petty. If she's nothing else, she's petty.
And
She
she
got that girl's car towed. That Porsche she had, she towed it. I don't know what she did with it, but she got it towed. Because she said, no, you want her to have this, you buy her with your own money. So she did get that going. I do understand why she had an obsession with plastic surgery. I understand that, and I kind of understood it because I saw a documentary about her a few years back when the talk show was doing good, and they did a documentary on her. I can't remember what it was on, Oxygen or something. Her mom and dad were like harping on her because she was, a thick child. She was a chubby child. And so
That broke my heart, but
When she said tuna fish with mustard, I was like, ew.
Crackers, maybe some grapes.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the other things with when her mom died is because I think they had a good relationship, but not a great relationship. Like
Right.
they learned how to get along once she got grown. But I think it's unacceptable for a parent to put so much on a child, especially like weight gain and things like that. It could be, and she was wet in the bed because she had issues.
Anxiety. But they said she was wet in the bed because she was too big.
No,
And
but
the weight couldn't support her bladder or whatever.
mm,
So she went through a lot. And I think she was a pretty girl starting out before all this plastic surgery and whatnot. And of course she's Asian well with all the plastic surgery and whatnot either. But she was still very hurt at the time. And she probably did that. I imagine she did that like right after their divorce was finalized. That's the only thing I come up with as to why she was still in so much pain and still in so much. Like she was crying every time she couldn't. Every time she came up with something, she started crying in that documentary. I said, "Girl, listen." But it was a lot going on. I'm glad she told her own mess.
Sometimes the best person to gossip on you.
Yeah. The Method Man story did not come out in the movie. But in her book, she did mention that she and Method Man had a one night stand. Are you adjusting your earphones because you didn't hear
It
me?
needs to be. It needs to be.
So yeah, that was a shocker that we learned this week that she had a one night stand with Method Man. She bathed him in her jacuzzi hot tub and they smoked the blunt and yeah. But Wendy was a cute girl back in the day. This is probably before all the plastic surgery and whatnot.
In the break,
I wish she could have seen. Yeah, I wish she had really was able to see past all this, and I wish she had gone to therapy instead of, trying to use plastic surgery to make her feel better. Because looking at some older pictures, she wasn't bad looking, and I mean, you do what you can to survive. I have a better understanding of who she is.
Yeah.
Some of the things are still, she's still ratchet on a lot of,
Well, she tell you she ratchet. She doesn't run. She doesn't shy away from that at all.
Yeah.
And I think what really broke my heart is the babies that she lost.
Yeah, she lost 3 babies.
That hurt me from within. Like I'm like, damn, Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep.
So yeah, but looking forward to. I'll be watching the documentary later. I didn't have time for both.
To watch it, yeah, watch it. It's good. But the movie was good. I was shocked again. I didn't
sure it was gonna be good,
and she made sure that wig budget was on point. Cause no Tyler Perry wigs were used in this film.
Nope. And that girl, let me just tell you, I can't think of the girl, the actress's name, but she's
Sierra
on the
Payton.
as well.
Sierra Payton is her name.
Yeah. She had Wendy down. Like I didn't watch the movie like I felt like I was watching somebody be a caricature. You know how the Salt and Pepper movie.
Yeah.
Um, and the rest of them other, unfortunate movies were. This girl became Wendy on the stage.
She did.
And, I really forgot that I was watching, the movie and really like, oh, girl, you did that. Like, it was like the camera it was almost like a documentary of sorts of like actually watching what happened, like being a fly on the wall in her actual life. So I felt like it was well done, and this girl did a great, marvelous job. So yeah. Yep, that's all I got to say about that.
All right, next slide.
Because we got some more. We got like 10.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's all I got to say about that. Just
Um,
know it's a lot.
So I first found out that T.I. and Tiny were swingers. Ironically, listened to Wendy Williams on the radio. Timberly and I would listen to her faithfully because she gave the good tea about all of the stars and whatnot.
Right.
So, that's what y'all do. Y'all like to have orgies, or y'all like to swap partners, whatever it is y'all like to do, whatever to keep the spice in your bedroom, or whatever you feel like you need to do, you do it. That's fine.
Right.
Do you.
Right.
I'm not gonna judge you for what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Then this Sabrina Peterson chick, the other day comes out with allegations that T.I. and Tiny lured young women, not just young women like in their, late teens, early 20s, but like chicks that were 16, 17, into their bedroom, drugged them and abused them. They were paid. One girl said she was paid $3,000. Another girl said she was paid $12,000. It was a requirement before you entered the house for you to take drugs, that sort of thing. The allegations on and on and on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
So according to this girl, she's talked to 25 victims in one day. The problem is, oh Lord, y'all, Shekinah Joe gets on Instagram Live, and somebody need to take her phone from her because she don't need to be on Instagram Live no more. And if she and Tiny are friends after this, I'm going to be shocked. Shekinah gets on her Instagram Live and says, Sabrina, why? First of all, she said, well, Tiny, because Tiny did a Instagram post saying she needed to go live. She did an Instagram post saying, well, if this happened, why would you allow your kids around my husband? Why would you, why do we still have an ongoing, relationship, friendship after this, if this happened, this took place?
Mm-hmm.
Why your sons call my husband Uncle Tip, like explain to me why this was, the case. She kind of goes on live and says, oh, but did you tell them that you recruited the girls to come and be a part of that little bedroom thing? Did you tell them that you and T.I. and Tiny used to get that? Like she going, I'm like, girl, first of all, why you telling their business? You telling their business. They supposed to be your friends. These supposed to be your homies. And you get on live telling their business.
Yeah. So the problem with this is, of course, now you know that the authorities are now going to be looking into this.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Now there are allegations that Sabrina is lying and she has exhibited some goon-like activities, as in she done sliced some bitches and then gone to jail. She is a whole felon out here in these streets. She got problematic situations going on too. So here is my thing. If T.I. and Tiny did it, they need to go to jail. I love their family. Their kids are adorable. I love the relationship he had with his sister. I love the relationship that he has with his mom. I love the relationship she has with her mom. I love it all. I like their show. A lot of people don't particularly care for T.I., and that's fine. He ain't everybody's cup of tea. I don't like his podcast because you can only use so many big words a day to where I believe that you know what they actually mean. So I don't listen to the podcast. And he's not in every scene on their show, so that's why I can tolerate it just a little bit. Mm-hmm. I like the lessons that they teach the kids. I like that the kids have their own brand, that sort. I love all of that. But if they did this, and if they are in fact guilty of this, because again, as we say, this is all allegedly, they need to go to jail. Also, Sabrina, if you knew that this was ongoing and you did nothing about it until you got mad at them because you done fell out with them, you too need to go to jail. They probably gonna cut a plea deal with you because according to you, T.I. and Tiny are the big fish in the case. But I feel like you should still be punished. Period, Pooh.
Yeah.
If you knew that this was
I'm gonna just say, anytime I start hearing about stuff like this, I automatically believe it.
What time is it?
I don't care who said it, how they said it, if it was in jest or if anything like that. I immediately believe it. Because I just do.
Yeah.
Just do. Especially people in the entertainment industry.
That's been some strange things.
Don't put anything past any of them.
Yeah.
So it's very that's all I got to say. I tend to believe it.
I stand with the victims, and like I said, in fact, if this is true, I stand with them. But nobody has really, like, she's talked to some people on the phone. Nobody has really come out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I expect people to actually come out in droves, like come out, because it's like, okay, you've given me my window to open up and do blah 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 blah. And this man is a felon himself. He's had to create a lane for himself. So he probably gonna go straight on back to jail if that's the case. So we'll see how this unfolds. His attorneys put out a statement, and then T.I. himself got his butt on live. And I think you should just let your attorney speak for you instead of getting on the live. But he did say that, for victims, I stand with all victims. If you are a victim, I don't want your voice to be diminished because someone is coming out with a lie. And sometimes that's what happens when people do come out, because women do lie about being raped. I have seen it. The football player that got raped. I mean, he didn't get raped. The football player that got accused of rape when he was supposed to be going in the NFL, and they ended up in jail for like 7 years of his life because the girl lied. I've seen situations like that happen. So there is, and whatever the deeper issue is with that young lady, whatever the deeper issues are with women who do lie on men, because like I said, that's something that does happen as well. I don't know that I don't fully believe this story though, because y'all have invited us into your bedroom. You talked about things that you do and what you like. So I don't know. We'll keep you posted. Next time.
All right.
All right. Compatibility.
Yes. So, is this my turn?
This your time, good.
Oh, okay. I'm making
time, but you got
yeah, because we are at 2 hours and 18 minutes in.
I see. We got a lot. Come on.
Okay. So let's just talk about compatibility for a minute. We got February coming up. February is usually the month of love because Valentine's Day, people like to reflect on love and relationships. Some people get really upset because of Valentine's Day because they like, my boyfriend is Jesus or whatever you got going on. But we just gonna talk about the positives today.
My boyfriend is Jesus.
They be like, baby, I'm married to Jesus. I'm like, Jesus did not intend for you to try to take him on as a boo. But so here's the thing. Look, I just want to talk a little bit about compatibility because I think those are one of the things that we don't really focus on in relationships. No. People start dating and they end up married, and then what happened? There are a lot of levels of compatibility that needs to happen. We're only going to focus on about 4 of them. There's a lot of different types of compatibility when you're talking about in relationships, but I pulled out the 4 that I think are most important, and we're just going to talk about that today. So compatibility is simply defined as just a state in which 2 things or people are able to exist or occur together without problems or conflict. So that just means that you know how to work together, how to be compatible. I think one of the 4 major things about compatibility that I think you do need to be compatible about is spirituality. And spirituality just simply meaning, not necessarily meaning that y'all go to the same church together, because sometimes you could be spiritually compatible and be of different religious backgrounds, but there has to be some common ground between the two of you when you're together. Do you believe in prayer? Do you believe in meditation? Do you believe in a combination of all those things? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in the universe? What do you believe in? What will be our spiritual foundation? Because most successful relationships need a portion of spirituality in order to make them good, and to also keep them grounded. Because what do you fall back on when things get bad or when you have challenges? You usually fall back to the spirituality within the relationship. So definitely make sure you are spiritually compatible. Being of the same religion does not mean that you're equally yoked either. Let me just put that out there. Just because y'all go to church together and read out the King James version together does not mean that you are um equally yoked. It just simply means that y'all read the Bible together. Being equally yoked is way more than that. So again, we're talking about compatibility. Make sure you are spiritually compatible with the person that you want to be in a long-term relationship with. One of the other things that we talk about is being financially compatible.
Oh, Jesus.
Simply means that understand where the other person is coming from when you're talking about finances. Do you believe in saving money? Do you believe in living above your means, below your means? How do you divide up your bills and everything? What do you look at when it comes to a spouse? Who takes care of the major bills? Who takes care of the smaller bills? Are the responsibilities on one person, or is going to be on both of us? But you got to have, even if you not married yet, but you're moving toward that place where you think that you're going to be in a long-term situation with someone, you need to make sure that you guys are financially compatible. And if you're not, then go and speak to someone, a financial expert, that can help you guys get those things together so you guys can be more compatible. And understand there's always going to be one that likes to spend and one that likes to splurge. Save and splurge. And somewhere in the middle, that's where you should meet. And I think that that's important as well, because you need that balance. You need the balance of somebody to say, okay, well, you know what, it's Christmas, and let's just go do some crazy stuff. But you also need the other person to say, hey, let's pump our brakes a little bit because we're trying to save for a house, or we're trying to make sure that we have a college fund, things like that. I know it's great to go out 18 times a week to go out to eat, but maybe today let's actually put some on the grill. So being financially compatible is one of the things that may actually save a lot of people's relationships, because one of the things that people divorce over, more so than cheating, more so than all this other stuff, is because of finances.
Finances is
And that is number one, because that puts the most strain on your relationship. The other thing is lifestyle and family. I had to put the Obamas up.
Yes.
So let's talk about this lifestyle and family, meaning, and we talked about this, talking about these reality stars, right? We talked about how, understand what does your family dynamic look like. You need to sit down and have a plan about what does your family plan, or what your lifestyle is going to look like. You might be in love with someone that doesn't want children at all, and you need to have a conversation before it gets too late. You need to have a conversation with, do we want kids? How quickly do we want to have children? How many children do we want? How close do we want them in age? When do we want to wrap all this up? What time, what does it look like? Do we want to adopt? Do we want to do something different, or do we want to just adopt animals? Do we want to be foster parents? All those things are important because that affects your lifestyle. Because then you do need to know if you need to, save a little bit more, or you guys have, some type of family goals or things. So that's part of being compatible. I've heard too many times where I'm in conversations with people, and then we find out, upon a conversation with them, that they never had the conversation about what family looks like to them, what family means. And then you'll find out that, there's been a lot of pressure on one or the other to have children when the other one really doesn't want children. And honestly, you shouldn't be having children if both of you don't agree. And, we understand there'd be some people that just show up at your door and you got to feed them. I understand that. But at some point, you have to get to a point where you say, hey, I think we're good, or I just want to put the brakes on it. Let's really look at what our family plan is going to be about. And then the other thing is, are we going to have a stay-at-home situation? We're going to be a one-income family. We're going to be a two-income family. You're going to go to work. You're going to go back to work when the baby get a little older or whatever. All those things are important. Families fall apart because they don't have a plan or a good conversation regarding how you're going to proceed with the family and how you're going to even build your family. So just remember that when you trying to, I know when y'all laying it low and spreading the wide, you ain't thinking about no family right now, but you really should be, and that's going to help to take a lot of that pressure off of you. Get your family plan together and make sure you guys are compatible about that. And then also make sure if there are things that you feel like you're kind of, can be persuaded about, make sure you make a list of the things that you can be persuaded either way about. Because, right now is a no, but it might be a yes tomorrow. So, yeah, you may change your mind just depending on, what other factors are included. So moving on. Sexual intimacy. Listen.
Yes. Preach it.
I got to put my face up for this one. Hold on.
Preach it.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me say this. I am the sexuality and intimacy coach.
Yes.
I don't know how many times I've had to coach people, couples, individuals, married folk, kind of married folk, semi-divorced people, something.
Like semi-divorced.
Yeah. I don't discriminate. It's everybody.
Okay. All right.
One of the issues that we have a lot of in these conversations is when I start talking to them and I start asking questions and probing, they're never forthcoming about what they see in a sexual life with their partners. Now, everybody think that you should just always want to have sex with your partner. That ain't the truth. You can do whatever you want to do. It's your body, your rules, whatever. But make sure you're not so far off base when you have one partner that's like, I would like to do it 21 times a week. And you got another partner that says, I would like to do it like maybe twice a month.
Oh God. Twice a month thing, I couldn't get behind.
We can't, and for some people, twice a month is all they need. Some people are quality people, some people are quantity people. And so you need to know who you're dealing with. You said what?
What if you're both?
You could be a both person. But I think a lot of times people think that relationships should only be built off of, how many times we getting it in, this and that. And you're not picking up on the fact that your partner really is either they don't enjoy having sex with you, or you're not listening to them, or there are other things that are affecting your sex life, because people think that even if you're mad at somebody, you still should want to have sex with them. No. I don't know about that, because
I have been quite angry.
Right, because all these other things affect your desire, right? Yeah. And desire is necessary for you to want to even think about sex. Now, if you in one of those situations where you're like, man, he made me mad, but he's fine as hell.
Right. But I'm thinking about the D. I'm just saying. Right. I've been in that situation.
That could happen. But make sure you're in that type of place with that person. Because now some people are them kind of folks like, when I'm mad, don't come running at me talking about let's do the do. And so that's something that you really need to talk about. What happens when you're upset? How does this affect you sexually when someone makes you mad? How does it affect you sexually when you ain't got no money in the bank? How does it affect you sexually when you have this and this and this and this and this? Those are things you need to understand about yourself and your partner, and also be in a place where you're respectful of them and what they say they need when they're in those situations. And don't come running at folks sideways talking about let's do it, and they mad at you and they ready to beat you. So compatibility has to do with all those things. When you're sexually compatible, and not just about being mad or anything like that, understand that everybody has different triggers. Everybody has likes and dislikes, and some people have hardcore like no's, and it's okay to have a hard limit. It's okay for you to say, I'm not interested in trying this new thing that sounds really weird to me, or maybe I'm scared to try it. Could you help me? So understand
Walk me through it.
it comes to compatibility, sexual compatibility, be in a place where you're able to listen, to learn, and then grow together. So, those are our four types of compatibility today. And we will get deeper into it on another day.
We are. We are. Another
Mm-hmm.
thing is we are also going to talk about financial standpoint. I've done a legacy episode before. So we are going to get into that. A lot of people are trying to get their lives in order and their houses in order.
Mm,
So I'm going to talk a little bit about how insurance can help with that. And maybe reach out to another one of my friends who is definitely into finances to kind of join us in that conversation. And also credit is another important thing
mm-hmm.
that we need. A lot of people want houses and want cars and want certain situations to happen for them, but they can't do it because credit is not together and on point. So we gotta get that in there, and that's a part of our commitment to doing those things or putting that information out there for our community. So we definitely want to talk about that as well. Um, do we have anything else?
No, that's it. That was it. That was the last thing.
That was the last slide for compatibility. And I do, and you know what, Heather? I think because we got February coming up, uh, ah, because we have February coming up, I think I think it's important to kind of talk about like love, compatibility, and stuff. Kind of weave that in our conversations throughout the month. I
Okay.
know, I know Heather's not gonna. I think it's one Sunday you're not gonna be with us, right?
Yeah, I'll let you know which one.
Okay. Because she got some love to celebrate of her own. But 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 we do want to kind of talk about it and weave it into our conversation because it is February. It's the month of love. Now I ain't got nobody's Valentine at all. I
But
don't.
you love yourself. See,
I love me.
that's what it starts with you.
I love. Well, I mean, girl, sometimes you get tired of loving on yourself. Sometimes you want somebody else to love on you. I'm just saying.
Or you
So
just want to love the one you with, and that's fine too.
so but yeah, we're gonna talk about it and get into it a little bit deeper because I definitely want to dive into those things. Um and we're also gonna talk about the school to prison pipeline. I gotta figure out how it's gonna work out in Jesus' name, but it's gonna happen. So we got some good things coming up for you, along with our crazy hot topics of these crazy people.
Yes.
Is love in the air? It is.
Hold on, wait a minute. My slide wrong. Wait. Keep talking.
Okay. So our plan is to kind of get those things. Girl, hold on, I feel like hair going in my eye. Okay, get those things, put that information out there for you guys. And I want to also listen, y'all. We got a whole YouTube channel, an entire YouTube
Yes, talk
channel.
about that.
And I need you guys to go over to YouTube and type in the Size Up Official Podcast. We'll show you how that goes at the end. I'm sure I got a slide in here somewhere for that.
Yeah, there's a slide there. It's also on the page where there's a link where you
Okay.
can go directly to it. If you give me about 2 seconds, I'll drop it in the comments.
Okay.
Um,
Make sure you guys go to because we're trying to get our YouTube patronage up. So we want everybody to like our YouTube page, please. So I know we enjoy you guys here with us on Facebook, but we also want and spread the word. We need as many subscribers to the channel as possible. So we want the word to be spread. Please, 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 please.
right, right, right.
So make sure you guys are liking that. One more thing, because I'm not going to announce this at the end. I'm going to announce it now.
Yeah, go on announce it while I'm trying to figure out what happened to this slide. Go ahead.
Bohemian Wednesdays is coming up on February the 17th. So what Bohemian Wednesdays is a platform for local artists, not just musical artists, but you'll be able to see a musical artist perform, but all forms of art to be put and displayed in here in the city of Memphis. So I know Rona Jenkins is still out there in the world. So we are going to have limited live tickets for this show. But I also want you guys to buy the online tickets. You will be able to stream the show online. So if you go over to the Bohemian Wednesdays page, I don't know how to put nothing in this chat. If you go over to the Bohemian Wednesdays page, like the page, go to the event, go get your tickets for Bohemian Wednesdays. You can stream it from the house. You can have your nice little steak dinner with some wine and some garlic mashed potatoes.
Garlic mashed potatoes, though.
Garlic mashed potato. I love.
Okay.
You know, and a green vegetable. It can be some asparagus or some broccoli, and just have you a nice little dinner. You can cast the live performance on your TV on your big screen at the house, and you can just sit and enjoy it. We have Tanya Dyson that's going to be performing. If you ain't heard Tanya Dyson sing, this is the opportunity to do that. So we want you to join in with us live. Going to be streaming virtually live, so you don't have to come to the show to see it. Bohemian Wednesdays, honey, not Rhapsody Wednesdays.
Okay, that's my cousin.
That's your cousin Medley. Okay, and you also don't have to be in Memphis to buy the ticket. If we streaming it live, you could be wherever in the country you are.
I'm stepping out first.
You could be wherever in the country you are, and you could see this from the house. You can see this from the house. So in your car, or if you're working and you work in the office and you want to see it on your tablet, phone, tablet, television, computer, join us live. Bohemian Wednesdays. Did you figure out the slide, or do I need to keep
it was missing. It's fine. We're ready.
All right.
All right.
So
okay, so you hold on. Didn't you want me to do my poster? Because I sent it to you.
We showed
it. We'll do it next week.
Okay. Let's do it again.
We had 2 hours and 37.
We are high. We love. Wait to tell them how they can reach you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Facebook is Wendy Edinburgh Smith. Instagram is at VLux76. And my website is www.marykay.com/WEDINGBOURTH.
All right. And Heather, how can they reach you?
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Oh, I forgot to add my YouTube page. But anyway, so I'm at Heather's Passion Academy. I'm actually going to take to Facebook. Don't be my Facebook friend. Just Heather's Passion Academy. Instagram, I'm at Heather's Passion Academy. And website is heatherspassionacademy.com. And guess what? YouTube is what? Heather's Passion Academy. So you'll be able to find me there. I have a lot of content about some of everything, but typically mostly about relationships, sexuality, and intimacy. All those great things there, just trying to get people to understand that us as Black people, we need to talk about those things too. We as Black people need to talk about those things. I know I lost it for a minute, but we talk about those things because what we don't do a lot of times is talk positively about relationships, sexuality, and things like that. And I really want to break the stigma on the taboos and things. So anyway, follow me.
Yes. Okay, and you guys can reach me on Facebook, Vixkia's Faith Moore. Instagram.
Wrong.
This is so wrong. It is at Vixkia's Faith on Instagram. I don't think I dropped it in the last week's thing. I think I dropped it.
I think that's what it is. So we'll have to correct it. But go ahead.
So Instagram is at Vixkia's Faith. And Twitter is also at Vixkia's Faith. I changed it up. And then you guys can reach us at.
Oh, it's that time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. On Facebook, The Size Up. Instagram at The Size Up 2102. YouTube, The Size Up Official Podcast. And our email address is at thesizeup2102@gmail.com. Make sure you guys hit us up. You can inbox us or email us if you want to be a guest on the show. And then please, y'all, go to the YouTube page and please go and like the YouTube page. We need followers. Thank you very kindly. You can also listen to us podcast wise on Anchor, Google Podcast, Spotify, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and SoundCloud. Get caught up. That's all I can say because we still
slowly but surely, but they coming.
They coming. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Bye, y'all.